This is a Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for November 24th, 2025, the 308th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Hackers stole a trove of data from a company used by major Wall Street banks for real estate loans and mortgages, including JP Morgan Chase and Citi, setting off a scramble to determine what was taken and which customers were affected. Looks like the fox broke into Wall Street's henhouse to steal our nest eggs. 4 people were injured when gunfire erupted in a crowd during an annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony in Concord, North Carolina. Police said that the shooting was between 2 suspects who were known to each other and identified 18-year-old Nasir Hamad Bostic as one of the shooters, as well as 17-year-old shooter who is in the hospital in critical condition. Thanks to Trump, we can now say Merry Christmas shooting again. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, a once loyal supporter of Donald Trump, who has become a critic, says she is resigning from Congress in January. Greene's resignation followed a public fallout with Trump in recent months as a congresswoman criticized him for his stance on files related to Jeffrey Epstein, along with foreign policy and health care, thus proving the age-old adage that even a blonde girl can find Trump nuts. The United States is poised to launch a new phase of Venezuela-related operations in the upcoming days as the Trump administration escalates pressure on President Nicolas Maduro's government. Trump is calling this operation STAJE, or Stage. Stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein. This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for November 24th, 2025, the 308th day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on MindDog TV.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Probably right.
Not too bright, but we'll deal with it. Deal with it. Low.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
MindDog is your mind's best friend.
Right, isn't it? Way too bright.
MindDog is your mind's best friend.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with a Dog. You make me laugh.
Might as well let the radio know about it, right? I don't know. I should just lay down and get it over with. Crumble, 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 crumble. Why are we... What are we... I don't... Oh, look at shiny objects. Good morning, people of Earth, and welcome to yet another episode of This Nonsense. That's what the name of the program is, This Nonsense. It is Monday, and it's Monday of Thanksgiving week. It's Monday, November 24th, 2025, and we have a lot to be thankful for. Don't ask me what it is right now. This is not the moment to ask me what to be thankful for. We're not on Twitter, and we are only going to be on Twitter one more day after my suspension is up, and then I'm going to cancel premium there, and I'm going to deactivate my account, and I'm going to encourage other people to deactivate their account. Not because I am suspended. Now, I got suspended for 7 days. Somebody was commenting about the military vets who happen to be Democrats, who said they put out a video that said you should not follow unlawful orders. And all these idiots on Twitter, or maybe not idiots at all, maybe intentionally just being shit stirrers, are saying, oh, they're telling people to not follow legal orders. They specifically said unlawful orders. They didn't say legal orders. And then they come back with, well, he hasn't issued any illegal orders. Bullshit. In his first term, he wanted to issue illegal orders, but he asked to shoot people in the leg, protesters in the leg. In this term, he has ordered the military to kill suspected drug dealers. Kill them. That's an illegal order. So there have been illegal orders. So I just told the guy who was saying that, you know what? They said unlawful orders. Why don't you go look in the mirror, smack yourself in the head, and call yourself stupid? And I got suspended for encouraging violence. They're calling for the hanging of people who did nothing wrong but cite exactly what it says in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. And I'm the one inciting violence by telling them to smack themselves and call themselves stupid. Anyway, so I'm suspended there. But that's not, and that guy didn't get suspended, or that bot didn't get suspended. And here's the reason why I am going to be encouraging people to get off Twitter. And I feel embarrassed and stupid and naive about the reasoning here, about the cause of the reasoning here. It's kind of we knew in 2016 that Russia was using Facebook in particular to just divide us, to bots, to just start fights, and whether it was over Hillary or over Trump, just starting shit. Well, it turns out that 95% of all the MAGA insiders, influencers on Twitter are bots or paid people in other countries. And I don't know why it took so long to figure this out. If you go into their account, you could see like Ultra MAGA guy, Ultra MAGA American. And if you click the three dots and says about this account, based in Nigeria, based in Turkey, based in Moscow, based in India. Almost all of these loudmouth MAGA accounts that are starting shit, and probably the ones who I have let ruin my day many, many times, and I've argued with, are not even real, or they're paid agitators. Their whole purpose is here's a few shekels, go start shit with somebody who hates Trump on Twitter. And I fell for it. And I feel stupid about that because we knew, going back to 2016, this was one of the things that Mueller definitely illustrated. And Barr even admitted, it's one of the few things that William Barr even admitted to, that the bots were a Russian troll farm. And I knew that, but here's the thing, and the reason why, I thought since the Attorney General acknowledged that we were doing something to clean that up and stop it. Apparently not. So almost everybody, and Elon Musk knew about this, and this is the thing with Musk. He's the guy who does the audits, right? And Doge's wrap things up and all that stuff. But he's the audit guy. He's the guy who was auditing all. He knew. He was encouraging it. Twitter has been an anti-American bot farm since Elon Musk took it over. And he encourages it. He knows about it. He does nothing to prevent it. So I'm going to be encouraging people. And here's the other part of this. Because they suspended me, I was going to delete my premium account. They don't let you do that. You're blocked from deleting your premium membership. So basically, it's just I threatened with a class action lawsuit. That didn't help, but that's as unethical as it gets. You got a premium account. You're paying a membership there. They suspend you, and it stops you from ending your premium membership. We have a author coming up in just a few minutes, or scheduled to, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson. She's a author and entrepreneur out of the Big Easy, New Orleans, and she probably says New Orleans. Anyway, she's a multi published author. Latest book is called Swipe Right. Surprise Swipe Right. It's a romantic comedy. We'll talk about that in the first hour, and then we'll talk about other nonsense in the second hour, because that's what we do. We talk about nonsense. Welcome to the Nonsense Show. If you're getting ready for Thanksgiving, good for you. Be thankful, even though. That's all I'm going to say. Be thankful, even though. We have a new sponsor called Cardiff. If you need money, loans, you need cash, check out Cardiff. I will. The link is in the description, but not today, because I'm so stoned out on my whatever this is, man flu, that I forgot to put it in. But I will put it in the description. I will also put up a little QR code that you could scan if you want to get on it today. Here it is. Look, they got there's no audio with this. They sent me this. Damn them. They send me a video with no audio on it. Anyway, also, last chance. We got 3 days left to get Custom Art by Matt. I'll be shipping stuff out today. I'm not good at shipping stuff, by the way. I've never shipped art before. Make no bones about it. I have never contracted before John Beaver's Beaverman. Contracted me, and now I'm getting orders for Custom Art by Matt, and so I don't know how shipping art is a whole new thing for me, so I'm just learning about it. So got time for a few more orders before Wednesday. Here
Custom paintings for the holidays, making your celebrations truly unique. The holiday season is a time of joy, giving, and creating lasting memories with loved ones. As we all strive to find that perfect gift, unique solutions often stand out in the crowd. This year, why not consider custom paintings from Custom Art by Matt? With an array of themes and styles, from breathtaking landscapes to heartwarming pet portraits, these custom works of art can elevate your holiday gifting experience to new heights.
She looks happy.
When it comes to gift giving during Christmas or Hanukkah, people often resort to common items that might lack personal touch. Instead, imagine presenting a family member or friend with a custom painting that reflects their personality, passions, or cherished memories. Art has a way of connecting individuals, evoking emotions, and inspiring conversations. As you prepare for the holidays, consider how impactful a custom painting can be. Not only as a gift, but as a way to enhance your home decor with unique, meaningful art. By choosing a piece that reflects the interests and memories of your loved ones, you'll create a lasting impression that goes far beyond the holiday season. This year, let the spirit of giving flourish through the beauty of Custom Art by Matt, ensuring that your celebrations are as special and memorable as the moments you share. Get a quote now. Call or text 631-496-6464
Learn how to read
or write to info@minddogtv.com.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, in the room with me now is a man who has never ordered custom art in his life and never will, G.D. Fenderson. Good morning, G.D.
Good morning, America. Mind Dog TV, and that's not exactly true. I have done so. Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Order your 2026 Mind Dog Quote of the Day calendar. Today's quote of the day is, quote, "When you tell someone to make themselves at home, specify which home and the duration," close quote. Go to minddogtv.com/merch and make more investments, for the kids.
Support your local mercenaries and enjoy the suffering.
So you ordered custom art, but not from me. I feel like betrayed in a way.
I did not know you back then.
Well, you should have.
Well, that's your fault.
Whose fault is it? No, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
All right, it's my fault. I'll take the blame. I take the blame for everything.
The only reason why I know about you now was because of you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't know
Actually, I
about
think it was
now.
Ron Kane.
Yeah, but if you had not done I would not have known about you.
I didn't even know I was a painter until the last year and a half or so. Something happened. Somebody, you know what happened? My wife bought me a paint kit, and because she wanted me to get back into painting, because I couldn't find my paints one day, and then all of a sudden I'm getting hired. Now I got hired by 2 other companies now to do paint parties for them. Very weird. No, one is asking me to do a paint event at an outdoor park in December. It's like
in New York.
In New York.
I thought maybe they're flying you to Hawaii or something.
That would be nice. I don't know. And they're from New York. It's like not that they don't understand what the weather is like here in December. Are you out of your mind? Well, we could get
maybe it's an outdoor event, but it's got like a tent and heaters and stuff like that.
That could be. Maybe you're right there. Yeah, I've seen that. You know, that's a thing now.
Especially if they're rich people. You know how some rich people, they just got money to throw away.
No, this is Hempstead. It's not a rich area. It's yeah. There could be ice people.
Well, see, you said rich area. They still could be a rich person, and that's how they got rich, by living in a not so rich area. They saved all this money.
But they wouldn't. Why would they go to a not so rich area to host a paint party? I don't know. It seems like the people who are going to go. I don't know. What do I know? But anyway, ice could be chasing me around while I'm trying to paint. They'll be chasing me around the easel. It'll be funny all around.
I'll say all around. This was it. All around the mulberry bush. Ice chase you around the easel.
Yeah.
Ice chase you around the easel.
Pop goes the easel. All right. Yeah, Dr. Rhonda Lawson's supposed to be here and talk about romantic comedies, and I don't know why. Who steered her wrong about what this show is about?
Well, I have one question for her. I only have one question for her.
What the hell is she doing here?
No. Well, no, that's your question. My question is her book white enough to be a Hallmark Christmas special?
No, I can answer that right away. No.
I mean, I don't know, because we don't know what kind of character she has.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can have, let's put it this way. It's not a lot of white authors that will write books about Black people, but you do have a lot of Black authors that will write about white people.
Yeah, but she's co-host of Black Authors Matter. It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't sound like,
but Black authors doesn't mean Black characters matter.
You know what? Hallmark is probably trying to. They're trying to have like, I got Black friends.
Yeah. So we have a show with the 99 white characters and a Black person in there somewhere.
Right.
It's almost like you watch a Hallmark Christmas special, and it's almost like Where's Waldo? You're trying to find the one Black character. It's like, there it was. I saw it.
That QR code up in the corner there, it's for Cardiff. If you got a small business, need a small business loan. Also, I got links if you need a new roof or home improvements and stuff like that. Get money from Cardiff. Cardiff is where Jamie Dykes lives. I think Carl used to live in Cardiff, Wales. I don't know that. Maybe she thought GD was an author. That's a racist thing to say. Nicest guy. I like.
Good morning, Ann.
I like the fact that he changed his name to Nicest Guy instead of Evil, or he's got duality. He's a double agent. He
looks in his cupboard, see how much medicine he has, how much medication he has left. He goes, I can be a nice guy this week.
Oh, I'm shot, man. I'm not the upper respiratory. I'm not wheezing as much, but my brain is just like brain fog. You ever get that full brain fog?
There was influenza B going around. There were people catching influenza B.
What is that? I never heard of it.
Well,
you get it from a bee?
As a matter of fact, yeah, the few bees that are around this time of year in this part of the country have influenza, and that's why they're out right now. They don't know that they shouldn't be.
Huh. Well, yesterday I did go to a supermarket and it infected everybody there just because.
All right.
It was madness. People out, like the holiday season, not bringing out holiday cheer in people. They just they ugly to each other. It's just mean and nasty and get out of my way. And I was taking, coming out, and this kid asked me, kid is collecting for charity. It's like, oh, he's collecting for the poor. I was like, oh, thank you. Give me the bucket. I am the poor. Thank you very much. I said, no, ask Donald Trump and Elon Musk for a buck. Don't ask me for a buck. They took all my money. I got no money. It was not. Why am I being nasty to this kid? Or they're just forcing him to go beg for money out at the supermarket. Because they know you got change. You can't lie to them. Like, you got change. You just came out of the supermarket. You got to have change.
You don't have to have change. I mean, my wife and I come in and out of the supermarket all the time. We don't come out with change.
Right. You pay with your card.
Oh no, we're supposed to pay for it. Oh, I thought you just had to outrun. That just had to outrun security.
Oh, well, that's too. Well, it's hard with a 25-pound turkey or whatever.
No, that's why you get 2 12.5s.
Yeah, I didn't even get a turkey. I'm not doing the Thanksgiving thing. My stepdaughter is, but I'm going to be away at the VA doing stuff. And I took 3 jobs for Christmas Day. And my wife was like, 3 jobs Christmas Day? All at the vet. 3 different buildings at the VA. So, but I don't know. It's better than just sitting around doing nothing with the family, isn't it? Just watching the same old Christmas movies and nonsense.
Well, see, I don't watch those things. So, if I am home watching television, it's not Christmas stuff. No, I don't like holiday shows. As a general rule of thumb, I mean, there are some shows that have a holiday theme that I will watch.
Yeah.
But like Nightmare Before Christmas, but I will watch that any time of year. I will watch Die Hard. That's like a really good Christmas movie, but I will watch that any time of year. So there are the Santa Claus. I would watch that any time of year.
Really? You like that Tim Allen dude?
No, I don't like Tim Allen, dude. I was too quick to judge that movie because the fact that Tim Allen was in it. I mean, I'm listening. I liked Tim Allen, but when he got overexposed, I'm like, I can't look at him right now. I can't look at him anymore.
I don't think I ever liked him, but the fact that he was one of the guys who was on Twitter just like ultra MAGA guy.
Oh, see, I did not know he was an ultra MAGA guy.
Yeah.
See, when I liked him, I liked his stand-up routine. And then when they took his stand-up routine and turned it into a TV series, I'm like, okay, well, I can only watch that so much. Now I have friends that were friends with him before he became big, before he became Disney-fied,
Isn't he responsible for Pamela Anderson's career? I mean, he gave her that first big break there as Tool Time Girl or something like that, right?
I don't know the answer to that. Because I didn't watch Tool Time enough. I watched like the first 2 episodes of Tool Time, maybe, and that's it. I said, okay, I know where this show is going to be like for the rest of is his life, so I don't need to watch it anymore.
Russ White, I guess, changed his name to 1952 or 3852. I can't see my Die Hard, a Christmas movie. I think it is.
Yeah, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas movie.
It's not a
for me. For me, it's a Christmas movie. I mean, considering I don't celebrate Christmas, again, I don't celebrate Christmas, so yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
You know that guy that gets
I will watch any time of year.
The guy who gets punched in the face at the end, the reporter dude.
Yeah.
That guy has always reminded me of Trump, and not just Trump, but this is the whole atmosphere of people like Trump. If you're from New York, you know these guys. They're these whiny little sons of bitches that everybody wants to punch in the face. That was Donald Trump long before he ever got into politics. And in my neighborhood, we grew up with lots of those the guys who would. They were all, you're playing ball or something, and everybody knew they were out, and they would cry and whine about being safe until the adult said, "Let him just be on first." And I just fucking hate those dudes. That guy, that's Trump. That's his personality. Long before he ever got into, it's not fair, man. It's not fair. You know that's one of his favorite things to say. Anything that goes against him, not fair. That's So I hated Donald Trump long before he was ever in politics.
Before it was cool. You hated him before it was cool.
Right, before it was cool. Dr.
I mean, I have some
not here.
relatives that lived in New York through those periods, and they were not fans of his either. But then again, they were black people, and him not like other black people, not liking the rent to the black people. So
No, Trump was never a liberal. He was never a conservative. He's still not a conservative. He's not a liberal. He doesn't have an ideology.
He just seeks approval.
He was a Democrat by far, and the big reason he hated Obama and started there were a couple of reasons with the birth certificate thing is he was a Hillary supporter. And this wasn't about her politics. It was about people he could control, people who had leverage over, money over, or secrets over, and all that stuff. So he was behind Hillary all the way. And Obama beat Hillary in the primary and then got elected. And Trump hated him for that. He won Hillary, his person, and that's basically where the birth certificate started, all that kind of stuff, birtherism, whatever they call it. But Trump was never a liberal. See, every day, Russ White, in this comment stuff, acts like he pays attention, but he's getting all his fucking information from Fox News, from the right wing wordosphere. I mean, Trump was never a liberal, never a fucking liberal, never in his life, not a conservative. He doesn't have a political ideology.
He's very transactional.
Yeah,
very transactional,
completely transactional. You know what? I can't allow myself to get into it with all these fucking right wing nut jobs anymore. I just can't. And I'm surprised and ashamed of myself that I let myself get into just getting into arguments with idiots on fucking Twitter. So I'm gonna be getting off it and just
okay. Well, I'm glad you're leaving Twitter. Your health will probably get a lot better. You'll probably, but you'll probably need to find a new venue to argue with people.
Yeah.
It won't be Threads because most of those people they're not really there to argue. They're there to, I don't know what they're doing on Threads.
Threads is like a Instagram on steroids for just these girls who just think they're looking for OnlyFans customers or something. I got something on Instagram last night. It's kind of funny. Somebody, Victoria Justice Dawn, followed me, and I just hit a quick follow back. And then she said, "Oh, you must be a big fan of mine." I was like, "No, I don't even. I have no idea who you are. You followed me. I followed." She goes, "For real? You don't know Victoria Justice?" Now, if that was a real person, they wouldn't be talking about themselves in the third person like that. For real, you don't know Victoria? No, you don't know me. She said, is it that you just don't watch movies? I was like, yeah, that too, but I don't know you, and and I'm not going to sign up for your OnlyFans page. I follow people who follow me back until they give me a reason not to, and then I block them, which is what I'm going to do to you right now. So, but that's what Threads is. It's just one every day. If I go on Threads, it's a picture of a hot chick saying, "Any old men from New York?" Oh, really? You're really desperate for old men from New York. You could just go out in the street and pick up an old man in New York like that. Get off Threads. Just go out your door. Go get one if you really want one. It's just bizarre. And so that's what Threads is. It's just fucking eye candy.
I haven't used Threads in a while, long enough that I did try to go on there not recently, and I'd say, oh, you have to update I hadn't updated my Threads operating system or whatever it is app, and I said I don't feel like it right now, so I didn't. So
you're not missing anything except the thing with the Twitter thing, and you can see by our numbers today with Twitter, we get a lot of viewers from Twitter, and we're going to be losing, saying goodbye to a lot of them forever. They don't show up on a lot of the count. They only show up on one counter, which is the StreamYard counter. They don't show up in like Facebook or any of the other places. But all those views are going to be gone forever. Once I have to wait, and this is criminal. Don't you think this is criminal that they suspend you? You can't end your paid account until you're unsuspended.
Right, you can't use what you're paying for.
Yeah, and all I want to do is end my account. I just want to go in there and cancel my premium subscription. Can't do it. It blocks you. Something went wrong. Yeah, something went wrong. You're fucking blocking me and holding on to my money.
Now, are you going to block it right away? I mean, like, are you going to go on Twitter once or twice to let them know that Coffee of the Dog is still available, just not on Twitter?
We're going to stream next Monday there. And next Monday, it's just going to be a completely anti-Twitter show, black Twitter show on Twitter. And then I'm going to get off Twitter for good. Looks like Dr. Lawson has found her camera. She's standing up there. I don't know. Can you see? Because my eyes are bad.
Right, I can see. So, Dr. Lawson, whenever you're ready, give us a thumbs up, and we will do your introduction. Okay.
Right.
Whenever you're ready, Matt, she's giving us a thumbs up.
All right. Again, my eyes are still blurry from this whatever.
My eyes are still blurry from influenza B.
Man flu B. Dr. Rhonda M. I got to get closer here. Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson is the founder of Meet the World Image Solutions, LLC, a boutique public relations firm based in New Orleans, Louisiana. Did I say that right? I said it like a Yankee, didn't I? New Orleans. And the award-winning author of Cheating in the Next Room, A Dead Rose, putting it back together. Some Wounds Never Heal, lots of books. Twilight and Trust, and her latest is Surprise Swipe Right. And she's contributed to 11 different anthologies, including Second Chances, Crimes of Passion, Gumbo for the Soul, Heart of the Community, Surfacing the Heart of a Military Woman, Color of Strength, lots of these, Embracing the Strength and Passion of our Culture and Keeping it Finer. What it means to be a finer woman in the 21st century. She's here now. Let's say hello to Dr. Rhonda Lawson. Good morning, Dr. Lawson.
Good morning. How are you?
Okay. I got man flu B. I didn't even know there was a B. I thought I was on man flu A. But it's not contagious, but you might want to just keep back from your screen a little bit.
Actually, he is contagious, but I would, if you should sit back, just you should be okay from there.
Yeah. So, could you say New Orleans? How do I say? I'm saying it wrong, right?
I just say New Orleans.
Oh,
yes.
So you're not a native then?
No, I am a native.
You're a native, and you say it correctly.
Yes, people who are not from New Orleans like to say things like Nolans or New Orleans, and it's just New Orleans.
All right, I like it. It's the Big Easy, as I know it, the home of jazz, yes. the birthplace of jazz music. So I'm all for it. What is a finer? What does it mean to be a finer woman? What does that mean? Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, because I am.
Well, so that book was an anthology that was published by my sorority, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I was the editor for that anthology. And one of our founding principles is being a finer woman, finer womanhood. Basically being that cut above other women. We subscribe to scholarship. We subscribe to, always putting our best foot forward. So You know, we don't do things that are going to put us or our organization in a bad light. So all of that together is being a finer woman.
Gotcha. Now, your latest book, and let me bring up the book. It's called "Surprise Swipe Right." The problem
Yes.
with us promoting this book is people will see it and start to try to swipe right. They see the title. You understand what I'm saying? Surprise swipe right. Oh, okay, and then nothing happens because I don't have anything to the right. It's described as a romantic comedy, which is unusual because we get romance novels. Generally, when I think of romantic comedy, I think of movies. Do you write with the intention of making it a movie at some point?
I would love for it to be a movie. I think it would be a really cute Christmas movie.
Now, having said that, are there a sufficient number of white characters for it to be a Hallmark special? Because
well, believe it or not, and I didn't plan it this way, but now that you're mentioning it, there are no white characters in this book. We might have to put a couple of extras in there.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, because I'm just saying, if Hallmark buys your book, the rights to it, it's not going to say surprise swipe right. It's going to be surprise swipe white, and they're going to be no black people left in there. You know?
Hilarious.
Yeah, well, I don't know because I have not watched television in a very long time. Is Hallmark still whiter than white?
Oh yeah,
it really is.
Let's put it this way: you know that it's not just a stereotype, okay? I mean, it's not just a stereotype. I mean, I'm not. They will have like the occasional black person in there, but they are not.
I will say that Lifetime has been getting a lot more diverse with their movies. I was actually just watching over the past few weeks, I've been seeing a lot of predominantly black character movies on Lifetime.
Well, that's because on Lifetime, they've already shown all the other movies they've had 4 times. You know, they're like, okay, look, we've already shown this 4 times. We can't show this a 5th time. Do we have another movie we can say, well, we do, but the characters are black.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try one. If it doesn't gum up the works, the streaming service, you know, then we'll try another one. But we don't want to gum up the works.
Yeah.
You are hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first time he's ever been told that in a.
Well, it's the first time I've been told that by a woman while my clothes were on.
Oh.
Okay, so no.
Wait, are your pants on?
I mean, this is video. So
yes, that's true. But generally, we never know with him when except sometimes the desk rises and we wonder why. But so, do you write romantic comedies? Is that for women from your audience?
This
the
is
readership?
actually my very first time writing a romantic comedy. I write women's fiction, and I write it. There might be some funny moments in the books, but I've never actually written a book that's purely romantic comedy. So I just wanted to have fun with this story.
Right.
And it's a funny concept anyway, because it's about a woman who's 70 years old. She's a widow. Her daughter wants her to start dating again, and she always says, no, I'm not interested in dating. So her daughter decides to take matters into her own hands, and she secretly creates a dating app for her mom, so her mom can meet some new people.
Now, is she not concerned about the rise of chlamydia and syphilis among seniors? Because a lot of the old guys there, they don't use. I'm just saying, like, especially in Florida.
Well, I don't think she wanted them to have sex. She just wanted them to go out to dinner. You don't get
any old guy that she hooks them up with, I'm telling you, they probably have a prescription for Viagra, and they're like, goodness. Oh, so you didn't research senior homes then before you wrote this?
I'm surprised you did. What the hell are you reading?
My wife and I lived in Florida, and my wife was she worked for social healthcare. She was in the healthcare industry. Let's put it that way. And so we were up on all that kind of stuff. It's common knowledge. It's common knowledge in Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm glad this story takes place in New Orleans.
It's only a hop, skip, and a jump from Florida.
Yeah, this whole idea of setting up a fake profile for seniors on dating sites. I think somebody has done it to me because I've never been on any of these dating sites, and for the last 6 months, I've been getting all these emails, and it's always younger women looking for an older dude. This is like, why? Why would you do that? No woman really wants an old man, right? I'm right. Back
And
me
do
up.
if the old man has money.
Yeah, old man, right? But in my case, I don't have money, so it doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, I'm looking for somebody old, ugly, and poor. Yes, that's what I want.
In other words, a fixer upper.
Yeah, an unfixer upper bull. I don't know. So
You guys are hilarious. I love this.
Okay, no, Rhonda, now you said that twice. I'm going to just put this up here. There are people concerned about your health when you consider that we're hilarious.
Yeah, you got to put both comments back to back because it just sounds like he's insulting her.
Right. No, it says right there. It starts off with GD is hilarious. Someone get her a CT scan, stroke protocol 911.
Yeah.
Well, and of course, I think this is Russ saying, "Oh, please." So they, it's.
I don't know what the old please. Oh,
it was right after me being hilarious, I think, because they're all they have the same timestamp.
Yeah. So now the cover of the book, exquisite. It's a great cover. And are you self-published or are you traditionally published? Because you don't see a lot of investment in covers by people who are self-published. If it is, I'm extremely impressed in the artwork, the cover design.
I actually am self-published, and I choose to stay self-published only because I can kind of determine my own schedule. I can determine my own deadlines. I have more power over my covers and my content that way. So I choose to stay self-published.
I recommend it to, and after so many authors, I think there are so many advantages to self-publishing now. The old traditional publishing houses, all they do, you still have to do all the work, the promotional stuff on your own. All they do is take a big chunk of your profits, and that's
right.
it.
And you're right. You're still doing everything yourself. They're not sending you on promotional campaigns anymore. They're not sending you flyers. They're only publishing just a small number of books just to see what happens. You have to really, really hustle in order for them to really do something for you. And like you said, if that's the case, then I might as well stay self-published.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, did you art direct the cover of it? Because it is one of the more compelling book covers that we've seen. Did you do the art direction on this?
I did. I actually, and I know this is a curse word to some people, but I actually use AI, but I don't specifically I don't take a picture and slap it on the cover and say, okay, I've created a cover with AI. I like to still do some artwork, so I put a lot of the sparkles into it. I put a lot of the color into it. I still do a lot of artwork, so it's still my work. I just like to use graphic design.
Well, this is a controversial thing, and I'm on your side. If you use it as a tool and you know what you're doing and you're putting in the artistic work, I feel like we are at a point in society where people are judging AI based on people who just do nothing but put in a really simple prompt. Make me a nice song. They don't understand that there's real thought and care that is put in by some people who are using AI as a tool rather than people who are just letting AI do all the creation. I'm just giving it like a simple idea. So
no, you're absolutely right. And I tell people all the time, I tell my client, I'm very straight up with my clients, and I'll tell them I do use AI, but I will never let AI do my work for me.
Right.
When I was writing this book and I needed to brainstorm or I needed to organize my thoughts, I used AI for that. But when it came to the actual writing, this was all out of my head. It's just like having a writing assistant if you use it correctly.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and I don't think how long it's going to be before people get to the point because I'm old enough to remember word processors. You're not writing it out longhand, like people thought that was cheating somehow. You're
Right.
using
Yeah.
so
Think
at
about
some
calculators. People thought that this was going to degrade mathematicians, or kids would not be able to learn math if they use calculators. The internet comes along and people think that they're not going to do research anymore. This is just an evolution of technology, and if used correctly, it can only enhance what you do. It should not take away from it. And I tell people all the time that I don't believe that AI is going to take a lot of people's jobs. I mean, maybe some things, but I think that people who know AI and know how to use AI may wind up taking people's jobs.
yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page. GD is not. He's angry now. He wants to
No,
fight
actually,
you.
I'm not angry. I am. How should I put it?
Well,
I am
AI
doing a
made me
little.
say that to you about
No,
you.
I have. Okay, see, I was doing some research. I wanted to know something before I asked this question
Uh-oh.
Okay.
because, all right, the woman on the cover of Surprise Swipe Right, is this the woman that's supposed to be 71?
No, that's a daughter, right?
Oh, that's the daughter of the.
No, actually, she's supposed to be 70. I do think she looks a little youngish on the cover.
Uh-oh.
However, I
No,
will
black
say,
don't crack.
yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. Black women also often have a youngish look about us, especially when we take care of our skin, and we're active. And the lady in this story does take care of her skin. She is very active. She goes out and she walks every day. She eats healthy. So often she's gonna look a little bit younger. I mean, if I look at my mom, and my mom does not look 70 years old.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, I
okay,
have to remind myself that my mom is 70.
here's the actual question then, because I look at her face and she reminds me of Donna Brazil. Donna
Yeah.
Oh,
Brazil,
okay, I can see
Donna
that.
Brazil is from New Orleans, but she's 63, not 71. And so I
Mhm.
didn't know how much of this character. And whenever you see her on television, she's a very feisty. She's always like,
Yeah.
"Honey, I'll give you a run for your money. Don't mess with the Brazil because I will mess you up." That kind of thing. So I was just wondering how much of her, if there's, it's just a coincidence that she looks like Donna Brazil from New Orleans, a little, well, a little feisty. Donna Brazil. I was just curious.
Well,
You know,
she is a bit feisty. She's the one that's gonna come back with a snappy comeback, but she's gonna be very classy with it. So I
Right,
can see
like
where
Donna
you're going with
Brazil.
that.
Donna
Yes.
Brazil is very she will insult you, but she'll do it in such a classy way that you'll be like, do it again.
wow. It just occurred to me that you're right. I think, but every race other than the Caucasian race ages more gracefully. I think basically the bottom line here is white people get old and ugly quicker. That's one of the. It's one of the price to pay for white privileges is getting old and ugly fast.
Well,
I
I,
didn't.
I think I tend to think part of it is
Melanin.
well it is melanin, but at least when I was growing up, we didn't smoke as young, we didn't drink as young. I wasn't allowed to really even wear makeup until I was like 16 years old. And so certain things that kind of degrade our skin, we weren't allowed to do at a younger age. And I
We
think
also
that,
don't go around tanning. We don't go around sitting in the
yeah,
sun trying to brown our skin or
Yeah,
leatherize it in some cases.
I don't think Donald Trump was allowed to wear makeup until he was like 30. Uh,
But now he's gone all Tammy Faye Baker on us.
yeah, totally. I get it.
well,
Uh,
that's the tanning thing. Yeah.
yeah. Who would star in this if it was made to be a movie?
Oh, my favorite actress, Angela Bassett.
Wow, that's interesting. Um, so
But
now,
she comes off too young to be the 71-year-old, unless you could like age her up, or
She has to be aged up, but she's really not that young, believe it or not.
huh, I don't
I'm
know how old
I'm
she
gonna
is.
look it up. How
Yeah.
old is
Yeah,
Angela
I'm just
Bassett?
guessing she's 58, and to me, that's young.
Angela Bassett is 67 years old.
67.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, GD being only 66, he's in a position to judge people who are 67. He doesn't look a day over 66 because he's like 3 days.
Actually, I am 5 days over 66.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
5 days over 66.
Yeah. Have you formatted? Have you because authors always think of, well, this would make a great movie, a romantic comedy movie. Have you thought about actually drafting it as a screenplay rather than a novel?
Well, I have not done it yet because the book has only been out for about a month. However, I do want to eventually turn this into a script. And I do have another book called Twilight that I have turned into not only a stage script, and I actually staged that play back in 2020, but I also turned it into a movie script. And I've just been looking because that story is so powerful and it has such a serious subject that I've been kind of dragging my feet on really putting it out there because I want to make sure that the person who produces this movie makes it into what it needs to be, because I may not get a second chance for it.
Right.
Well, I'm not in my 70s, but if you need a black guy who cannot act, I'm willing to work with you. And whatever scale is, I'll work below that because I can't act, and you'd be taking a big risk on me and on my talent and on your camera lenses if they get too close. But
You are hilarious. Oh my goodness. I know your audience doesn't agree, but you are hilarious.
He's gonna get a big head. Oh, he already had a big head. I forgot.
That's why I wear the hair. It doesn't make my head look so fat.
Right. He is our resident egomaniac. So we have a link to your Amazon page where all your books can be found. You're very prolific. Do you spend your entire life writing? Because it looks like
I feel like it.
Yeah. It seems now you have something else coming out. There's a pre-order, right? There's another book coming out very shortly.
No. The pre-order you might be seeing was the one for Surprise Swipe Right. Like I said, this book has only been out for about a month, and it's gotten some pretty good reviews so far. I'm waiting for the rest of the people who I know for a fact bought the book to hurry up and leave me a review. I don't know why we take so long leaving reviews these days. We want to read a review, but we don't want to write it.
I'll tell you, if that's probably a good thing, because when people don't like something, they are real quick to comment on it.
Yeah.
When they do like something,
they would have been all over Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
When you don't like something, they're all over it. But when they do like something, they're like, either they expect to like it because they paid for it, or they're like just take it for granted.
Well, and also people don't understand how important it is for the author, not just as a validation that, oh yes, people like my work, but in order for the algorithm to push it forward. And asking for reviews is it's like pulling teeth sometimes, because people, they're not creative writers, or readers are not always creative writers, and they don't know what to write. I feel like you almost have to give them, don't say this about me, but here's some samples to inspire you of what a good review looks like.
Yeah, after I guess maybe my third or fourth year of doing comedy, my friends were saying things like, you're pretty funny, you're funny, blah blah blah, but they weren't leaving comments. They weren't sharing, they weren't putting it out, posting on Facebook. And so what I did was I reached out to them and said, look, I'm putting out a little video of nice things that people said about me and my comedy. And it basically says what people are saying about G.D. Fenderson. I said, so just write me a blurb, and I'll put it in the video. And when I did that, I got, probably I think a dozen. And I said, write what you want, be honest, and I did. I included every comment, good and bad. And the only bad one I had was two of the bad ones, but they both said the same thing. They say, you think that GD is like, so they said the joke's on you. GD isn't being funny. This is just who he is. It's like, you guys are paying to see what we see for free as his friends.
That's not helpful. That's not helpful.
That's what I'm saying. They're saying like, you know, what you think is funny, we just think it's GD because this is what he's like off the stage also.
Yeah.
You know, so they're paying. This is just be his friend, and you don't have to pay to see him. You'll get the entertainment. Just have him over for dinner.
Yeah, and they probably thought that they were saying something really great about you.
Well, I just told him to be honest, and it was like I said. So I just said, fine. I put it in there. It's in there, you know, because I know that not everybody's going to like me. If they did, I'd be famous already.
Yeah.
So I put the whatever the bad stuff is, I put it out there too. As long as it's real bad stuff, not people who've never seen me saying things
Right.
like, "Oh my
I
God."
heard this guy's terrible. Yeah.
Right. I heard right. It's like, no, did you watch it? Then shut the fuck up.
Wow. Do you spend a lot of time in development of characters, or are you somebody who the idea of these people, they just come alive to you and you just start writing? How much?
Well, that's a great question. I actually have a course that I teach about how to make your characters more believable. And one of the things that I do before I start writing is I think about who the main characters in my story are going to be. And I give them all a little bit of a background because it helps me to stay consistent. I don't want my character to do something that's totally against my character's personality because I don't believe it's going to be taken as seriously. And then I also like to give my character habits because if I give my character a habit, like let's say for instance, every time a character lies, they scratch their nose. If I've already established that, and then later in the book I say the character scratched their nose, you automatically know that character is about to lie.
Yeah.
So and when I make these character profiles and I teach my clients how to make those character profiles, I can refer to that as I'm writing my story, just so I can maintain consistency. I remember what the character looks like. I might even use a picture of a celebrity or something who kind of looks like my character, just so I can describe the character well.
Now,
Very
I have
cool.
okay, because in I'm looking at the Amazon site. I'm looking at the 5 different covers. Surprise Swipe Right, Cheating in the Next Room, Twilight, Some Wounds Never Heal, A New Renaissance. Now each cover is somewhat different. But for like Twilight, that the woman in Twilight looks like a real person, not an AI generated person. Is that like an actual model?
That I will say that Twilight was not created by me. That was when I did have a publisher. I was under Urban Books. And believe it or not, that was not my first choice for the cover because Twilight is about a teenage girl who goes to a private school, who is sexually assaulted by her much older ex-boyfriend. And I didn't feel that the girl on that cover really depicted a girl who goes to private school, who's in a 2-parent household, who finds herself in a bad situation. I probably would have used something a little different because my character doesn't even dress like the character on that cover. And that's one of the reasons why I said I like being self-published, because I wouldn't have chosen that cover. I probably would have chosen something a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because I'm just saying, because I don't know what they were thinking when they did this, because I know some people have the idea that the girls dress one way at home and they sneak out once they get out. Before they get to school, they change clothes. You know.
Yeah, I think in this case, I think this cover was chosen because I'm not going to say unfairly, but sometimes African American authors who write fiction are automatically thought to be writing urban fiction or street fiction. And I felt this cover depicted more street fiction, and my story is not street fiction. And I think that was why I really had a problem with that particular cover. But I think that at that time, street fiction, urban fiction was really popular at the time. So maybe they thought by making a cover like that would attract that audience.
Yeah, when I look at the cover, I kind of almost think of what's that show called, Power?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. I guess I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the nicest guy who was also kind of evil on the flip side. He said, "Do you know about Twilight, because when I heard Twilight originally, I thought, wow, that's a vampire book, right? So what does he say now?
A lot of people have thought about Twilight, the vampire movie, which is one of the reasons why I spelled her name differently. Twylite.
Right.
And I can't even remember why I came up with that name. I really was not trying to attract the vampire crowd at the time. That just happened to be her name in the book. And it just happened that this book came out at the same time as the popular Twilight movies.
Yeah, you know what? I know I'm alone in this, and people have jumped on me for saying this. I don't get the fascination with young women who love vampires or want to be.
I don't either. I don't want somebody who's gonna be biting on me, sucking my blood, and I don't want to be the undead.
Yeah,
I don't care who it is.
And I've always said, like, I don't get how that becomes a sexualized fantasy, vampires, and people are, oh, really? You don't get that? No, I don't get that. It's undead.
That is the epitome of making a permanent decision for something that could be fly by night.
Yeah. I'm wheezing, excuse me.
No, it's Wheezy. It's like, I'm Wheezy.
Wheezy.
Sorry.
I'm
coming, Elizabeth.
Are all your books available on audiobook or not?
No, that is actually going to be one of my projects. None of my books are actually on audiobook. And it's partly because when I got into the industry, audiobooks weren't a thing. But then later on, my books were under a publisher and they didn't put my books on audio. Yeah. But now I'm still, believe it or not, trying to get the full rights to those books back. I'm just really afraid to do anything with the books that are under that particular publisher, because even though they're doing absolutely nothing with my books, I'm just afraid that if I do something that they'll be able to make a claim because they've not put anything in writing that I have my rights back. I don't do a lot with those particular books, but the books that I have published myself that are actually under me, those books eventually will be turned into audiobooks. Now, Cheating in the Next Room and Twilight were both made into stage plays.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I love them. I want to do Twilight again because, as I mentioned, Twilight was staged back in 2020, right before COVID happened. So I never had the chance to put it on stage again. So eventually, I do want to get Twilight back on stage because it was a very, very powerful play. Like I said, with a very serious subject.
Now,
and I'll just
can you
do that right?
As a workaround, do you have the rights? Can you write a sequel to Twilight? And if you do that, use parts of the previous book as flashbacks. So
Twilight is yours already, right? It's not under the publishing house.
Twilight is under the publishing house.
But do you own the rights to the character? Can you write a sequel? So if you want to write
I'm sure I can do that. And that's actually a fabulous idea that I would love to do. Now, in Twilight, I have two characters who have been in previous books, Isis and Alexis. Alexis is Twilight's doctor, and Isis is Twilight's sexual assault victims advocate. And I've taken their stories and I kind of brought them together in Twilight. So it would be interesting to see, Twilight is a little bit older. How did that experience affect her in later years? I would love to do something like that.
Yeah, well, I would appreciate it if you stop giving him compliments and stop saying that's a great idea and he's hilarious and all that stuff. Because I'm going to have to, after you leave, I'm still going to have to live with him.
You know what? You are so right. I hate to do that to you. Yeah. I know what it's like.
Oh, my God.
It's funny. I mean,
I can see his head getting bigger as I'm watching.
My mother is a rape survivor, and my father was the one that was the rapist. So it was pretty much, Twilight was raped by her older boyfriend. It's like almost like date rape, where your attacker, who your attacker is, and you still are exposed to them in your daily life. And my mother still was married to my father, but after my father died, my mother still carried the scars of the rape, even though even though she didn't feel the responsibility, she felt like a vengeance. And so I think I was like 16 years old, And this is how I found out how it affected my mother, because we knew about it. She told us about it. And so we knew it happened. But when I was 16 years old, my mother sent me into the room. My mother had 2 nightstands in her room, and she sent me to the nightstand. She didn't say which one. She just said, the nightstand, get my so-and-so. So I went to the nightstand. I went to the wrong one, and I found a gun in the nightstand next to the bed. And I said, Mom, you have a gun? She goes, yes. And I said, why do we have a gun? And she says, because she says, I'm not going to get raped again. Now, and I said, now my mother used to walk to the bus stop all the time at night. And she was never afraid of walking to the bus stop. She wasn't afraid of walking the streets of Baltimore. She was only afraid of having someone that she knew in the house that would not take no for an answer. And that's why the gun was there. You know, she didn't carry it with her anywhere else. It's just, if somebody tries this again in my house, I'm gonna kill him. And that's how it affected her. Now, so I said to my mother, I said, Mom, I said, what if you're attacked? I said, the gun at home doesn't help you. What if this is how I figured it out, how I found out. My mother didn't tell me all that. I said, Mom, if you're attacked on the street, the gun doesn't help you here. My mother says, if I get attacked on the street, I'm going to seduce them and bring them back here. So, you know, she says, look, I'll cooperate. I just can't do this here. Go back to my place. I live alone. And my mother says, then it's just like, that's total no logic. I said, Mom, that's not how rapists work. Rapists go cooperating. Says, oh, you want to cooperate? Look, go back to you. Oh, sure, yeah. But that's how screwed up her judgment was when it came to that.
Her doctorate is in journalism, not in psychotherapy. Just so you know.
No, I was just saying it because she's talking about this. I was just saying it because she's talking about Twilight and how she, about the thing.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know how
my wheels are turning as you're talking.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I put it out there, because like I said, my mother never fully told her story, and I'm starting to tell her story in my comedy.
It's not like a funny subject.
Oh, Matt, God bless America. You are so naive. I'm going to send you the link to the show we just did, okay? And you're going to see how everybody responds to my talking about my mother's rape.
And you're in Baltimore?
No, I'm north of Baltimore. I'm in Westminster, Maryland. But nobody knows where that is.
I live in Maryland too. So when you do your show, I want to come see it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get your email. I will send you the link to the show we just did, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Interesting.
You don't have to watch the whole show because, well, I would love to watch the whole show. It's not all me.
20, you can watch it 20 seconds at a time and stop it, pause it, and analyze it.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I haven't even watched it yet. We just recorded it. We just shot it on the 20th, and I really haven't even watched it yet. I just posted it on Unseen, posted it on YouTube, but I made it unlisted because I'm with 3 other comedians.
I'm sorry for that inside baseball there. What I was referring to with the 20 seconds, there's a guy on the internet who has a GD fixation and watches all his comedy 20 seconds at a time, pauses it, and then says how terrible it is, and then let's watch another 20 seconds of it. Oh, that's terrible, and doesn't get any of the jokes, and just stops it every 20 seconds to tell people why they should not watch it. Let's watch another 20 seconds of it, and that's his fixation. He does it a lot. So
to his own comedy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've been given the worst comedy special of all time award, so I appreciate that. That is a badge of honor because of all time, and there's a lot of comedy specials out there.
It started in caves.
Yes. The first comedy special was in the cave.
Yeah. I want to, if we can, segue just a little bit to journalism, because I know that is what you teach and that's your background. And I just was curious about, because your take on the state of journalism today. I feel like journalists are growing up with more of an entertainment aspect in their mind, or kind of geared towards entertainment than actually news gathering or just telling the story of of what they're finding in reporting. What is your take on the state of journalism today?
Well, my background is military journalism, but I will say that it is getting very hard to find news stories that just inform. I don't want to hear the reporter's opinion. I don't always want to hear a discussion from a panel. I just want to know what's happening so I can make my own decision on how to feel. And it's getting harder and harder to find that type of journalism these days.
Yeah. Do you agree that they look for salacious stuff rather than what's really important? Like what's sexy rather than what's
Right.
really important?
Yeah, I
And
would say that we used to say if it bleeds, it leads. And unfortunately, if some if something is going to be popular, if something has a high potential of going viral, that's what's often going to lead many news cycles.
right.
And
Yeah.
some of the things that are just really great to know are great news or people doing amazing things. We don't hear about it as much. I
Yeah.
say that often about our youth. When they're getting in trouble, if there's a fight, things like that, those things go viral. They're all over the news, but we rarely hear about the kids who earn $2 million in scholarships.
Right.
We might see it and talk about it for a day, and then we go on about our business. But we'll do entire think pieces on the kids who are getting in trouble.
Right.
Now, I think there's two problems. Well, not problems, but one of the things that makes this a problem is the fact that something like that, like a local kid does good, will be covered by the local news.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and a lot of the local news is now franchise owned, so we're not seeing that kind of stuff. Like once in a while, some stations have like the feel good story of the night, but they only do like one feel good story, and then they'll have like 19 other stories that are like designed to make you depressed, close your doors, lock your windows, or whatever. So,
Right.
but because a lot of the local news outlets aren't profitable and don't have the manpower, they're just being closed down and shut down. We're not going to hear a lot of the local stuff, the local feel good stories.
It's true.
You served in the Army for 23 years?
23 years.
23?
23.
Wow. Was that the plan from your youth? Like I'm gonna
No.
when I
No, both my parents were in the Air Force, and my whole thought process up until probably my second year of college was I was going to college and I was going to be a lawyer. I was not doing this military stuff. But I got to college, realized I didn't want to be a lawyer, so I changed over to communications. Still wasn't sure. I was still thinking about being a lawyer, thinking about it, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life. But I knew I didn't want to do pre-law. So college got expensive. I went to Loyola University in New Orleans, and I couldn't afford to go there anymore. It's a very expensive school. And it just so happened when we were thinking about, okay, well, what am I going to do now? Can't afford to go back for the next year. The Army calls, asked me if I'd like to join the Army. And I decided to take advantage of the Army College Fund, the GI Bill, and I joined the Army that way. And then, even then, my plan was only to do 5 years and get out. And then I was going to go back to college. But I wound up staying in. 5 years turned into 10. After the Army has this thing where after 10 years, if you reenlist, you basically are reenlisting permanently. Well, not permanently, but until you're in until retirement. You can't just get out again. And my thought of it was, if I've been in for 10 years, I might as well go ahead and stay in and retire. So I stayed in for another 13 years. I probably would have stayed in longer, but I kind of stopped having fun. And they always say you always know when it's time to get out. And I don't regret my time in the Army. I really loved it. My daughter's actually about to join the Army now. And I've been encouraging her. I encourage my former soldiers all the time. Every once in a while, I hear from them and they ask for a recommendation or they ask for advice, I'm there for them. So I love my time in the Army, but it was just getting to the point. I think by that time I was almost done with my doctorate. I wanted to do something else. I was tired of moving. And so I moved back to the United States. I retired from the Army and I'm good.
Does the military experience show up in your work at all, in your writing at all? Any of characters?
Yeah, every once in a while I'll have a military character. If you read my book Trust, I have a couple of military characters.
I was about to say Trust because the first thing, but Trust is like first thing she's got a gun right there. Is that a gun?
You know what? Yeah. I apologize. Not Trust. Which book is that? Oh goodness, which book is it? A Dead Rose. A Dead Rose. I have military characters in there. No, Trust. That has nothing to do with military. That's about a woman who is tired of her heart being broken, and this man is playing with way too many hearts, and one of the women kills him, and now we have to figure out which of these women did it.
Wow. Oh gosh!
It's Dr. Colonel Mustard it's funny. The wrench.
I was working on a screenplay years ago with a friend of mine, and it was about a player who was killed by one of his many girlfriends, and so, but the suspect, the one woman that they saw leave the house, really wasn't a woman. It was actually one of his detective friends who would cross-dress, and he would go there because they were friends, and he accepted the fact that he would, he would dress in drag. And so his drag friend was leaving the house, and shortly after that was when his body was found. And they were both detectives, and so when they were looking for this woman that actually was a guy, that's the woman they're looking for. So now he's trying to find the actual woman that killed him.
Wow. You know the phrase, write about what you know, never made sense to me before.
Well, actually, the idea came from my cousin who was murdered by one of his girlfriends, and he never found out which girlfriend did it.
Oh, I was just thinking of that time we caught you cross-dressing on the show.
You should read Trust, GD.
Yeah. Is my cousin in it? No.
I don't know. Is his name Savon?
Yeah.
No, but let's say for the purposes of this show, it's not. It's not. No. For the purposes of this show, let's say his name is Matthew. No, I'm just.
I hate that name. Anyway.
Not you. You're Matt. You're not Matthew. You're. Matt.
I hate that name too. Because they never stop calling it. It's like Matthew. It's like, leave me alone.
Okay, if you had your choice of names to have, if you got to rename yourself, what would it be?
That's a good question. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Then you're stuck with Matt.
You should come up with a black name.
Oh yeah, except for Tyrone. That's too easy.
Yeah.
I see. Now,
unless it's Tyrone and you're spelling it with an RHONE.
Whatever I come up with is going to just sound racist as hell anyway. So
what about Shamar?
Yeah, you know what? That's what I would come up with. Well, there you go. Maybe I shouldn't even. I should just shut up. GD, take it away. Yeah. So, do you write with a particular audience in mind? Like, are you writing for women? Are you writing for men? You writing for?
I write for women. I write women's fiction. I like to write about women. Somewhere between about 25 and 45. Surprise Swipe Right is the first time I wrote about a woman that age at 70 years old. But I like to write not so much for shock value. I like to write about things that women deal with on a daily basis, whether that's work, whether that's relationships or friendships. But like I said, I don't write for street value, for shock value, and I really don't write street fiction, and I don't write straight romance. I actually kind of hate straight romance, like Harlequin romances.
You know why I hate romance novels is because by definition, they have to have a happy ending, and life doesn't always have to have a happy ending. There are some stories that
Well,
don't
a
end.
lot of people, they want those types of books.
Yeah.
They want a specific formula. You know, boy meets girl, girl hates boy. They then fall in love. Something happens that may tear them apart, but then they come back together and they live happily ever after.
See,
Some
my
people
story
only
always
want
ends
that.
up with my story always ends up with girl hates boy. That's where it ends.
That Matt's story is always boy meets girl. Girl says, "Okay, boy, I'll give you a chance," and boy has micro penis, and girl goes, "Hey, better luck next time."
Oh boy, you know, you didn't have to. You didn't have to bring it there. You didn't have to, but you did. Anyway,
Girl says, "You can be my friend."
yeah. All right. So basically, we're going to ask people to write some reviews. Get the book and write some. It's not just enough to get the book. It's write the reviews. It helps out
Please
a lot.
do.
It's, link is in the description, but it's also going across in the screen to the Amazon page where you can get all of Dr. Lawson's books. And just buy them all, but surprise swipe right.
Now,
No,
is trust a murder mystery or?
It's kind of a mystery. I like to call it. It's not a James Patterson type mystery or anything like that. So I really call it a bit more suspense. But yeah, there's a mystery element because you're trying to guess who did it, and you don't know. And when you think you know who did it, you don't know who did it. There are a few twists and turns in
love
the
it.
book.
Yeah, mystery. And that's something that is compelling. But the title, "Cheating in the Next Room," is
Oh,
definitely
Eating in the Next Room. That's my baby. That's my first book, and that's actually about an affair that happens. But it's really more about how everybody around that couple is affected by that affair.
wow. It's a compelling title. Just what it does to the imagination, because it's just like daring. Number one, to be daring to get caught cheating in the next room. So great stuff.
Right, right.
We
And
appreciate.
actually does happen in the next room.
Yeah, we appreciate you spending some
What,
time with us.
what room is it? Can you tell us what room it is?
It's the
It's
living
the
room.
guest room.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. No, I
Guest
mean the other
room.
there could be like the laundry room, the kids' room, grandma's room. She's grandma's comatose, so nobody's gonna know. It's like
GD.
what? I'm just saying. I'm just looking at potential possibilities. You can't just give me a room and not tell me which room because then my brain is left to its own devices, and my devices are defective.
Yeah, and they also need batteries. Which, I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather. I apologize for that comment, and I'll slap myself after the program is over.
That's how you got banned from X, telling people to slap themselves.
I know. We do appreciate you being here. We will do what I can to help move some copies of the book, so people. But most important thing is after you get the book, leave a review, a positive review, but an honest review, but a positive review, and it helps authors when we encourage people always to do that. Dr. Lawson, have a great day. Oh, and happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving and Christmas if you celebrate, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. I really had a great time. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna be looking for this so I can share the show because this was a really fun show.
I will send you links after it's live, and then if you can share the on demand download, we appreciate that. So thank you for being here. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Best wishes to you all.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, folks. You were on your worst behavior there, talking. You know what? We're trying to do some, levity and some jokes, and all of a sudden you go right back to the rape thing. Like that's not. Yeah, we were getting.
But it's funny.
It's funny. I don't know. I don't know. Is rape funny?
No, not rape itself, but my rendition, my recount, my retelling of it is sure. Yeah.
All right. I didn't catch the funny part. I don't like.
That's because I didn't retell it.
Oh. I don't like the fact that she was constantly complimenting you. You're funny. You're hilarious. Oh, that's a great question. It's like, come on. I gotta deal with this now and moving forward.
Don't worry. With my memory, I'll forget how wonderful I was.
Forget what?
10 minutes
What
from now.
you'll forget what? Who will forget what?
How wonderful I was. I'll forget. 10 minutes from now, I'll be like, what? I don't remember.
All right, go get a business loan at Cardiff. Would you? Just
did they just send you a video with no dialogue? I mean, if you want to do a voiceover, could you do a voiceover?
I'm gonna have to. I didn't know until this morning. They sent me the videos overnight, and I just plugged it in. And then as soon as I hit it, it's like, what? This isn't a video. This is just a moving graphic. Is really all it is, right? It doesn't. Where the hell is it now? I lost it. I don't know. I'm shot. I am so.
But there's in other words, if you wanted to get, let's say, somebody with the last name starting with C to do the voiceover, let's say a sexy voiceover.
Naked wines.
Borrow money from Cardiff. You need.
I think I would probably get in trouble, like naked wine.
You need money. You need money. I know how you can earn some money.
I think we probably got them more clicks with that stupid, terrible ad than anybody else ever got them, and then they were offended by it. You name your brand Naked, you got to know that some people are going to goof on it a little bit, right? Or am I just?
Yeah, but not only that, he did stretch it out to like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Naked wines. For the next 4.5 minutes, we're going to talk naked wine.
And 2 people thought that was great. One was Kelly, who was just hard up for his cock. She liked fat dudes, by the way. And another was somebody who I can't think of her name now. She follows me on Facebook, and she said that's hysterical. I was like, maybe for the first 10 seconds, it's hysterical. But 3 minutes in, it's like annoying as hell. Anyway, so yeah. What are you thinking about Thursday? Are you thinking about anything for Thursday? Oh, look.
I was, and then my wife was telling me to think something different.
Oh.
Honestly, I was like this. Hello, Beef Man. People on the radio, and you don't see this, but the Beef Man is in the audience. He's in the room.
Stuffed beaver.
So I was thinking of maybe reprising Myopic Mick, having him back on the show. All right, you got your beaver. And I was going to reach out to the Derby Dan, or what is whatever his name, Derpy
Doofus.
Derpy Dan, and see if he wants to do something, but have Myopic Mick back on. But
yeah,
my wife is leaning toward me taking a break from it for the day, take the day off.
Oh, so that would be an interesting thing. Mr. Beefman, what do we owe this appearance to? It's a Monday. You're not off on Mondays. What are you doing?
I'm off every other Monday.
I did not know that. Well, you could stop in every other Monday then.
Well, if I'm not actively busy seeing a million freaking doctors because I haven't gone to the doctor in years.
Oh, do you not agree that GD is hilarious?
GD's the funniest. There's no one funnier. He gets the most laughs. No one gets more laughs than GD.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good. Out of all the attempts to doing,
that's a pretty good Ronald Reagan. Yeah,
I know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
mommy.
Do you want to tell him that rape isn't funny? Do you want to?
Rape is not fucking funny, GD. For God's sakes, how many times we got to hear about your mom's rape? Every time I tune in, every guest has to hear about GD's mom's rape.
It seemed like he needs therapy about it. That's why I said she doesn't have her doctorate is not psychotherapy.
What was her doctorate in? I never heard. I didn't hear.
It's journalism, communication.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking hard. Journalism apparently is one of the hardest degrees to obtain.
I have a question for you. I don't know if you probably have heard about this. The Trump administration is like I think they've declared that a nursing degree is not a professional degree anymore.
Nurses aren't professionals.
What's not a professional degree anymore?
Nursing.
He jammed a bunch of people. He even did that to PAs too.
Yeah,
physician
and
assistants,
that really makes it,
nurse practitioners, everybody.
Yeah, it fucks up like loans, student loans and stuff like that. So
what the heck is that based on? Like, why would just stop?
Exactly what GD says. They put a cap on how much of a loan you can get, and when it's not a professional degree. So that's the big thing. And then, so we already have a very huge shortage in healthcare, and of course, a lot of people depend on getting loans. And if they're lucky, they can get tied in with an organization that will help them pay back their student loans once they achieve their degree and they're working for the hospital. A lot of places do that. And now that's going to be capped. So we're going to have an even bigger shortage. It was projected when I went to nursing school back in 2000 that I think they said actually probably coming up soon, I think it was like by 2030, we weren't going to have enough nurses, period, because most people will retire and there won't be a lot of people entering the field because it'll be so difficult.
And that was actually before they didn't even know about COVID back then. And COVID also took a lot of people out, so that made the shortage even, that moved it. I'm believing that moved the timetable up somewhat.
Absolutely. So, a lot of nurses that could already retire or within retirement range retired. I knew physicians that retired early.
Yeah.
If
they didn't die outright.
I heard, first of all, the pay rate for nurses for what they do, it's just, they're, criminally underpaid. I think here, nursing homes, I think they start at like $22 an hour or something like that, which is not a lot of money considering you got to clean up bedpans. I mean, it's fucking one of the most gritty, get down in it jobs there is. But somebody contacted me last night. They were asking if I could put in a good word at the VA because they have an application in there for a nurse's position because she keeps getting stabbed at the places where she got stabbed.
Slowly. You get stabbed very slowly.
It's like, what the hell?
I really enjoyed working in a nursing home when I was a nurse aide. Honestly, the people who do the majority of the work at nursing homes are nurse aides. They're the ones who feed the patients. They're the ones who toilet the patients, change the patients, change the beds. They work very hard. So, and most of them do, because it's so hard. Usually you do an 8-hour shift and you're just going the whole time. And the cool thing is if you work at a facility that's really nice, where you can tell everybody really likes their patients, even if they're cranky or whatever, everybody has a really soft spot for their patients. You get really close to those old people. And God damn it, if one of them dies, oh my God, it is the fucking worst.
I know that. Even for me, like I'm going to be going back to a vet place that I perform in a lot on Thursday. And I know there's going to be one or two people less residents there, and every time that it just breaks my heart to see, because you're expecting to see them. They were in good shape last time I was here a couple of months ago. Now they're gone. It happens a lot, so I can't imagine if you're dealing with them every day. They're like family now, and then all of a sudden they just go. And listen, it's part of life, but it's a rough part of life.
Yeah, it's very hard on it's hard on the nursing staff. I mean, the nurses like the LPNs and the RNs, but it's really hard on the nurse aides because they're really close to those people. I mean, really close. They're with them constantly. So yeah, it's a bummer. I really enjoyed my time doing that, but that's who really is underpaid. Nursing,
I think maybe going into hospice care is probably like more liberating because they're leaving, so you don't really have to get that attached. You just
I mean, when you do hospice, and this is why I really didn't want to do I'm glad I never did hospice, but because those people are really special. Either they're really down with killing people or they're very empathetic. In other words, they're like, this person really needs this, let's make their last few days, very special, make sure they have no pain, make sure they're breathing well, because that's the big thing. When people are in pain, you don't breathe well. They're just not breathing good. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to relieve that burden of them being able to breathe properly. And a lot of that has to do with giving them opioids. And so when families like, oh, you're giving them too many drugs, they're like, oh, they need to breathe. Would you want to be gasping for air because you're in so much pain and you just feel like shit, So it's It's a special person that's a hospice provider, I think.
When you
Speaking
say
of-
not
speaking of
breathing well, you mean
opioids-
like, are they wheezing and stuff? And
No, it just freaking hurts to get a deep breath in because they're in so much pain. And then as it goes by, now they're gasping for breath. They have different, like what we call the death
so
rattle.
basically, what you're saying is, I've been in hospice care for 40 years now.
Yeah, you probably qualified. There's so many benefits you could have got by now, and you just
Yeah. So,
Oh, just a beeve, man. Ann said good morning. She says good morning to you. Ann in California says good morning.
Good morning, Ann. Listen to this what?
And I don't know if you know this, but Ann has been stopping in Sunday mornings to hear the Rev. I was kind of excited to hear the Stevie Wonder thing yesterday, but a little unsatisfied with the whole thing. I could have gone deeper into higher ground. I think that's
You don't go deeper into higher ground.
Yes, you do.
Higher ground. Well, if you go too deep, then you just hit rock.
Oh, all right. You're right.
I listened for a few minutes because I was working and I had a migraine, so I figured why not torture myself more? So, why not make things worse for my life and just hop on and see what the Rev is up to?
So hysterical, though. I don't know. I don't know why you don't appreciate how hysterical he is. He's hysterically funny. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this thing. Trump got this new look. Have you seen Trump's new look?
Oh, yeah, he wants to look like Mamdani, like literally wearing the same colors that Mamdani had for his scarf, his shirt the next day.
Well, I wanted to share a picture. He's looking like Obama. Obama had the exact same maroon scarf on. It's the exact same outfit, and he's like, and he's always had this kind of Obama fascination. So I'm just thinking that's what he's.
Trump is a fanboy. He doesn't have his own thought process.
No, he just wants
to think for himself.
It's the last person in the room. The last person in the room gets his ear. Now, can you imagine how Stephen Miller feels because Mondami is there and Trump is like kissing his, and like he's a winner. And I love a winner. Because first of all,
you don't have to tell them I'm a fascist. They already know. It's cool. You can say it.
Yeah. So on that note, I mean, I know politics will chase the three people who are still listening away, but they spend all this time demonizing Mondami, and now Trump is saying he loves him and what a good guy he is.
The thing is, Trump doesn't like to back a loser. Okay, Trump, if you look at what Trump does, he backs whoever won. That's one reason why when he realized that he could not stop the Senate and the House from passing the Epstein files bill, he went all in and goes like, sign it, I'll sign it, because he likes to back a winner. That's all. He just does not want his name attached to anything that loses, except for the fact that he himself is a loser.
Mm. If I could add to that, and I agree with what you're saying, GD. If I could also add to that, the other thing is Trump is a coward. If you're a man and you're an alpha, he's scared as fuck of you. So he's gonna suck your dick. If you're a strong woman, he goes on the defensive and insults you. So he's just a coward. He's a tiny man
with tiny hands. He's got tiny hands.
Yeah.
Terrible. He's an idiot.
See,
there's the president right there, baby.
That's the look he's trying to go for. If
you have Mamdani's picture where Mamdani's wearing maroon, so then Mamdani's impersonating Obama, and Trump wants to be like both of them.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
And that's why Trump is doing the browning of the skin. No,
he took his makeup off. Did you see that? There was a picture with him with no makeup on.
Oh God, is that how pale? He's really pale without it.
It was less orange makeup than he usually has.
Wow. But the downstream from Trump now on Mamdani is all these people were calling him a communist, and they asked Trump, "Is he a communist? No, no. Is he a jihadist? No, no." All those people are like having to backpedal and like to go because all they know is they don't have a thought of their own. They only have Trump's thoughts. It's just weird how they're going to have to kind of reconcile. Well, we thought he was, but now Daddy says
Yeah,
he's
I
not.
wanted to see how Fox News covers it if they do, because
I think they
were right in there. He's a communist socialist.
Twisted
Now the thing
themselves in
is,
knots.
he
Right.
calls himself a democratic socialist, right? So that's like Bernie Sanders,
Well,
democratic socialist.
I call myself good looking. So whatever you call
You
yourself,
had
it's
to
not
bring the
good.
show to a halt, right?
Yeah.
As Steven would say, all the pussies just dried up.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You can call yourself one thing, but that's not necessarily the truth. You like I call myself good looking, but we all know that's not true. So
Well, you can identify however you want or say whatever you want. That's why I identify as a cryptid. I'm not one of you fucking piece of shit humans.
I identify as a humorist.
Well, like there's
I don't identify.
You can identify however you like.
I don't identify, which is why you got beat up by ICE. I didn't have my ID on me.
Imagine this though, Mind Dog. You put up a fight. Imagine if that had been 10 years ago. You would have beat the fuck out of 3 ICE agents.
That's what I said, and he says he doesn't think so.
Oh, bullshit. My money was on Matt. At your age, my money was on you, period. I was like, oh man, they're like they didn't get fucked up.
20 years ago, I think I would have beat all 3 of them up. I definitely do. But I don't think they would have grabbed me because I was fucking huge. I was like a fucking, and I looked like I was on steroids, but I wasn't. But I was, a Hulkamaniac. But now, no, I'm a fucking shadow of a man. I'm a broken old, feeble old man. And listen, I was still talking a good game, even. And if it was just the one guy, I think I would have taken him. The one guy who originally grabbed me. That's why the other guy blindsided me.
Yeah,
but that's not the case. Anyway, you have to send me an ad because I'm getting ready. Your painting is just about ready.
I'm super excited.
But now I have to figure out I'm ordered boxes from Amazon. They tell me I'm taking lessons on how to ship paintings. I've never done this before. You gotta put it in a box by itself and pad it right and all this kind of stuff. But I should be ready to send it out by Friday of this week, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually gonna rearrange. My wife and I are gonna try to figure out how to rearrange the office a bit so that we'll actually be able to see some of that art in our backdrop. Even though we don't stream or anything, we might start actually offering extra content because even though we're not big on YouTube, we've been looking at the stats, and according to Apple Podcasts, like I know it sounds silly, but we're like number 2 in improv in Norway, which I'm like, that's pretty cool. We made the top 300 again on Apple Podcasts for improv podcasts. Wow, so we're starting to get somewhere. So I'm like, well, maybe we should try to do some Patreon. So if we can get a few bucks a month, at least that will help defer the cost of, the applications that we use to put out the podcast.
I haven't even checked my Patreon page in years. I think I had 2 subscribers there once, and I was trying to keep up with giving extra content. It's like, oh man, that's just a difficult thing. But good for you. The top 300 is improv. I didn't even, didn't even consider that as a category. Improv.
I didn't either, but they assign you. I mean, like you're under like comedy, but then there's, I guess, subcategories or something. So we always pop up as an improv podcast.
Because I've done an improv podcast. I was terrible at it. It was Zach Wiseman had this show where basically you would describe. They would give you a topic, and then you would actually rant on it like you were teaching the topic, and it's just like wow, and you don't know it until 3 seconds before. Oh no, they were giving you slides, and you haven't seen any of the slides. It's a slideshow, and you have to kind of explain the slide to people. It's like, oh man, I'm terrible at this improv.
I don't know how they determine it. I think mostly it's just because we're not scripted. So the way we always did our layout was, my team would ask me, they're like, hey, what are we going to talk about this week? I'm like, none of your fucking business. As whatever comes to my head, and then we would talk about it because everybody could play off each other very well. So we would just have a conversation for like an hour and 15 minutes about whatever, which invariably led to other topics. So I think that's why they call it improv. Now we switched it up a little bit where we do a brief segment and then we talk about that segment, which is still basically improv, but we assign the segments. So even if we have somebody on that's a guest, and we told GD this, I'm like, we're not going to interview you. We're going to have you on to hang out with us. And then we talk about whatever. His was a fucking nightmare. We got to have him back on, but that was an editing nightmare. But next to
there was an echo issue, but you did such a great job editing that. I my hats are off to you. I mean, my hats are off to you. Your technical prowess.
I never
really
say you
shines
wore a
everywhere.
hat to take it off.
No, he put a hat on to do the editing. So then I put a hat on to watch it, and it was so good.
It was a very boring 8-hour live stream of me editing.
You know, Final Cut Pro has a de-echoer built into it. If you use Final Cut Pro, it will automatically kill any like echo and stuff.
I did a bunch of shit. I think if I remember correctly, what I did was I took the entire file and put it into CapCut. And then I did the noise reduction and all that other stuff in CapCut. And then I took that file and I put it into my editing software, which is Hindenburg. And Hindenburg was designed by sound editors or sound engineers, I mean. So it does a lot of that stuff. But then I went through all of it and cut and trimmed and all that other shit to get out the external noises and the residual echoes.
Can I get rid of that Jackie file, or is he going to do something with that? I got it.
I got to upload it. I'm uploading it today.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to upload that today, and then I'm going to send it to him and see what he wants to do. I haven't heard from Jackie for like a week, so I got to message him because I want to send him these joke books that are absolutely horrible. Be like, can have these?
You know, I have Q&A that I did with him at Long Island Entertainment Hall of Fame that I never did anything with. He probably doesn't even realize that I have that. But anyway, what you were going to say something, GD, and I cut you off. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say because I looked up at my calendar. So it probably was something to do with John and back on the show or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to have a porn star on this week. Is it this week?
On the 4th, yeah. When you're on, it's going to be a lot of fun. She has a very good like resume of all. She's done a lot. I consider her to be like a what do you call that? A Renaissance woman. She's like been a bounty hunter, porn star, gorgeous lady of wrestling.
All these porn stars are very deep people. When I say deep, I don't mean in the vagina.
Well, I did research and watch some of her porn. She's not deep.
Oh. But you know, I've been sharing some reels of that Eva Lavia, Candace Horbach, and she knows her shit about psychology. I mean, she definitely. I don't know if she's got a PhD, but she definitely got a master's or something in psychology and knows her shit. She was surprising me. You know, it doesn't seem like if you're making easy money, just fucking and sucking. Why would you even bother going back to school? I mean, you're intellectually curious, right?
I think a lot of them, it depends on the time frame of the industry. Because I was looking up a lot of it. So, and what the average that they're making is around $400 a film, anywhere from $400 to $1,000 now. I'm sure they did much better back in the day. But now it's not that great. So if you're like, how much are you making?
You think that supply and demand, like too many people have gone into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. So if you look at, I think it was, they make, there's a city in California that is the main porn city, and they make like 14,000 a month or some shit like that.
I think that's Sacramento.
No, it starts with a C.
No, I think it's Sacramento.
It starts with a goddamn C.
Isn't that where the state capital is? I think that's where the state capital is.
No, I think capital. I said porn.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think most of that stuff is going on in the state legislature.
Oh well, that's gay porn.
I think, and I could be wrong about this, but it used to be all mobbed up, and one of the guys who was deep into that business it was on the run and was staying at a friend's house. He had you know, you talk about Vic Legina, who was on the program of Brazers. There's a lot of mob money behind that, and a lot of a lot of crime that feeds that kind of stuff or pays for it and all that kind of, and it's just a really seedy business. So it's hard to get out of once you're in it.
Well, I think the really smart ones were back in what I would consider more like the golden age of porn, probably like in the 80s, 90s.
Golden age.
Yeah. Yes, they had silly plots and they were kind of funny to watch.
And they had pubic hair.
Yeah. But if you look at some of the really what I consider like the really smart adult film actors and actresses, if you look at what's her name? Asia Carrera. Asia Carrera had a plan. She's like, I'm going to do porn for X amount of years. I'm going to make all this money. And then I'm going to take that money and I'm going to start production and start doing production and all this other stuff. And she's like, I think worth millions. And she's like, Asia Carrera is like a Mensa member.
Yeah. I think Jenna Jameson too, right? She was one of, and that you're going back to the early 90s or even late 80s, I think, with her.
Yeah.
But she was one of these people who went from being the star to doing the production stuff and then made millions. I don't know how that because again, it's a mob based industry, and I don't think the mob people like competition.
Well, I think the productions themselves were making a lot of money because back then everything was on tape and you got it from mail order from like Adam and Eve or whatever.
Right.
So they're making so much more money and we couldn't get it. So we paid for it or we rented it. Rental was a huge thing. So that industry was huge then and it's still huge now. It's just that that money doesn't filter down, I don't think, as much to the actors and actresses because I think they're only good for what? Most of them only do maybe 3 years or something and they're burned out on it.
Yeah. Jack Britton says, afternoon, everyone. And yeah, well, it's morning here still for another hour or so. I don't even know how porn makes money anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
advertising? Is it from advertising?
It's so
product placement. You know,
is that what I think it's what
it's like use the Magnum and you show the label like he rips off the Magnum like this and then because Magnum pays for that like
it's that Magnum Mind Dog condom you just ripped open.
Right? Yeah, that's a
big condom.
Oddly enough, the Candace Horbach, she's married to a male porn star, and most of the reels I've been sharing, the Opus clip, by the way, cut up. It's all about relationship. Like she's giving relationship advice and how to have a healthy marriage. 2 porn stars married, and they have a kid, and I guess, but. You know, for me, it would be very difficult to watch my wife just getting jizzed on by 12 guys.
Yeah, I think it would be better like how it is in Europe, where, you know, if you walk through the red light district in like Frankfurt, in Germany and stuff like that, you will see the husbands come and pick their wives up after a shift.
Yeah. How was work today,
off.
honey? Only 15 guys came all over me. So it was a good day at work. I don't
Well,
know.
and then they have, you know, they have testing and they have regulations and they're very well cared for and they've got security there and all that other stuff. So I've been told. I wouldn't know. I just walked by.
There's the product placement says, honey, hand me that coffee mug. And he goes, you mean this one? The Slaptail Nation coffee mug? Yes, that's where I keep all of my butt plugs.
Hey, I'll be fine with that. If Brazzers picks me up, I'm fine. If they say, absolutely, you can use my product in your pornos. Absolutely.
Have you thought about having Vic Legina on? Because he's a good guest. He was on this program talking.
I mean,
who's the one that died? Who's the guest we had that died? That was the Australian guy?
Kobe Fawkes.
Kobe Fawkes. Yeah, that's a shame. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Did he die naturally? Or did he kill himself?
I think he killed himself.
I don't
YouTube.
Watch GD's special. Watch GD's first 90-minute special.
Probably.
Is this as good as it gets? God damn it.
That was a weird thing because he was a guy who was doing like it's just like OnlyFans thing. Like people are paying a dude to watch him beat off. Like you could just drive in your car and look over on the expressway and see that for free. Why are you going to pay some dude to jerk off in front of you? I don't get it. I mean, just go on the Long Island Expressway, get yourself a high rider.
That's kind of one of the things I'd like to do for extra content is I'd like to do our show format like it is typically, because where we just have people come and hang out. And then for extra content, like, hey, do you mind doing another show, you know, just for us where we ask you questions, and that can be like extra content. Wouldn't be the one that we put out to the regular crowd. You can say, hey, you want to see this interview? with this person.
Yeah,
This will be fun. I think you'll have a lot. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun because what we do on our format, because I know Matt listens all the time. What we do on, on our podcast now is we do segments, and the segments are brief. We present a topic where everybody can comment about, and then we just talk about it and laugh and make stupid jokes.
wait, this is this Wednesday, right? That I'm supposed to be on with you.
4th. December 4th.
Okay, all right. So it's not this one. I'm just trying to check my calendar, make sure I'm not. I would. I'm not going to cancel. I'm going to cancel whoever I got booked if I have that. I'm just checking to see if I have something.
It's not the same time as you have an evening.
Yeah, I have a Wednesday evening thing, and that's what I'm saying. If I got somebody booked, I'll just put them off till. Maybe I'll just do theirs Thursday or something. But I'm just trying to see if I have somebody.
December 4th is a Thursday.
Yeah, I think Thursday. So I'm good. I don't have
December 4th is what day we're doing it.
All right, good.
And that'll be 6 Eastern Standard Time.
And you're gonna have me on December 11th, right?
What? Why? What happened December 11th?
I don't know. I just said that.
Oh, you want to be? You can be on whenever you want. You just got to message us.
He's a terrible guest.
I am.
He's just terrible. He wants to just talk about his mother.
I know. We're gonna have a no rape. We have a no rape clause.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on that one show. The one time I show up, they're gonna finally do a no rape policy.
There'll be no rape talk on this show.
Yeah.
But the week before and the week after, yeah, it's all rape all the time.
How was your show, GD? Ours was terrible.
You mean my Thursday show, the funny old folks?
Funny
old farts.
It
went really well. There was some technical difficulties on the plausible end. But the show went well. I have not. Now this is my gut reaction and my reaction to the audience that it went really well. I have not watched it to critique my own performance yet. But the other comedians, I sat in the audience.
Has the time?
Yeah, I sat in the audience for the other 3 comics, and they did really well, and they were funny. And let's say even I laughed out loud. My wife laughed out loud, and then I did my set,
and everybody went home, went to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know that I am aware that I left out 10 jokes I wanted to put in that I had rehearsed and I didn't do them, and I didn't even realize it was 10 jokes until I went over my set list and said, "Oh shit, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that." But if we want to do the show, we want to do the show again. At a different venue.
That's good. Man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks that kind of do that as like a touring type thing, like a local touring thing where they take all the same old fuckers and do a show.
Yeah. I mean, because first of all, the audience reaction was really good. And the audience was all older people, So when I say older, I mean 50 and over, like that. So it went well. It went really well. And I think if the word gets out, we could probably do 2 or 3 more different venues. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get into the original venue that I designed the show for. We never got it together, but I already had the group together. So that's why we said, okay, well, let's see if we can get the Church of Satire. And we just took the first available thing.
Did it make money on Plausible?
That's just it. The Plausible thing didn't work, so it didn't stream right.
Oh yeah, that's right. It didn't work. You're gonna have to put it up as a download.
That's what I did. It's on YouTube, unlisted. It's unlisted on YouTube, and I've sent out links yesterday. I sent out links to people who can see it on YouTube if they still want to see it.
I've shared one of the original interview that you and Willie did with Leanne Linsky. And it was all about making, according to Opus Clip anyway, it's about making money on YouTube. It's like, why would she be talking about making money on YouTube?
We're talking about making money as opposed to the way it takes to make money on YouTube.
Well, Opus Clip misunderstood it then.
They're stupid. That's why I don't let AI touch my shit.
Well, it got a lot of views.
That's fine, because a lot of people are trying to make money on YouTube,
And subscribers. That's a big
Yeah.
thing. That's what I don't get about you. You're putting out all these reels now, but your subscriber count's not like bouncing out.
No, it hasn't moved at all. I should not. It's moved like 2 people or something.
I don't get it because the shorts definitely help. Every time I put a short out, it adds some subscribers to the program. For me,
I think for one thing, I don't think that they attach me to the show, and so when they like they may like Coffee with the Dog or Mind Dog TV, but
yeah, but you put out the shorts and it doesn't result in subscribers, which is kind of weird because
I don't understand it. I don't know either. I don't know.
Do you get lots of views? I don't see the view count on them.
Depends. Sometimes sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
You're manually making these shorts, right?
Right.
Ooh, that's so much work.
Yeah,
well, it's not so much work for me because I almost like I have a formula. It's like kind of like mass produced. I mean, I guess it's a lot of work compared to like,
not doing it.
Yeah.
Compared to not doing it, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and also the fact that I actually go through and I check the spelling on the I don't like the subtitle, the subtitle stuff. I go through and I check the spelling, and so I watch it. I watch everything twice.
Yeah.
So I guess it is. So like a 2-minute short may take me 10 minutes because I check the spelling. I go through twice and.
Well, that's not bad. If it's only taking you 10 minutes, that's not bad at all.
10 minutes ain't bad at all because to me, it's taking something that's in this format, landscape format, and now you got to stack people up. For me, even in Premiere, it's a minimum a half hour work to do this.
See, what I do is like, okay, for example, the Reverend show. Okay, I got the whole thing.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's pretty much easy, and that's the whole thing. I just make that 9x16, and then I go through and say, I want this section, I want this section, I want this section. And again, the longest part is the subtitling. I go through and I check the spelling on the subtitles. Now, I don't know if Matt's like talking to somebody on the phone or something. But one of the things that does not do well, something that does not do well is when I repost the sermons. Just the sermons, they're like 20 minutes long or 25 minutes. They don't do well at all. I have some sermons that have like 0 watches, but I do them anyway because, maybe somebody just, I don't know. I just do it anyway.
Somebody might enjoy it.
They love the obits, right?
Oh yeah, the obits. Now the funny thing is also depends on, like the obits do better on TikTok than they do on YouTube.
That's weird.
I know. And they really do well on Facebook. Facebook will tell me, when I say well, I mean well for me. If I get like 500 views on one of the shorts on Facebook, that's a lot for me. Because I don't get a lot of, traffic that way.
Wow. Jackie does great on TikTok. I guess all he's doing is just talking head jokes. It's not like because somebody told me ASMR content is what that works on TikTok, but Jackie doesn't do that. And sometimes it gets more than 1 million views on just him telling a joke and laughing at it.
Yeah.
Maybe his name recognition. I don't know.
That and it's cut and dry. He's doing a joke. I mean, to be honest, a lot of people still don't get what the Reverend is. Well,
whose fault is that?
I blame the people.
Yeah.
I blame the audience. You guys are terrible.
I mean, you hear a pastor dropping F-bombs and saying shit and all this stuff all the time. It doesn't take long to figure out this is not your grandfather's church or whatever. It's not your daddy's Oldsmobile.
So there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people. Honestly, I kid you not. When the Reverend goes out to do when the Reverend went out to do the last 3 open mics that the Reverend did, he shows up, and other comics would be like, first of all, some of them don't realize that who the Reverend is when he's not the Reverend. And they'll walk and say, "Excuse me, Reverend, Oh, do I have to watch my mouth?
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't have to watch your mouth.
Yeah. No,
Well,
you
actually,
do
he
have to
doesn't
watch.
say that. The Reverend just says like, "Fuck no." You say what you want to. What the fuck you want to say?
All right. I did this weekend. Was it yesterday or the day before? I did a painting that I'm actually proud of, and
So your
that
paintings are good.
I don't. I'm not proud of any of my paintings before this one. This is the first one I think I looked at it and said, "Yeah, I like not just the way it came out, but I like the concept of it." This is the one I'm talking about here. It's I don't know, just something about the depth of it and the idea behind it, and it feels like I don't know. It feels
How do
like
you get the lines so fucking straight? That's crazy.
do what?
I'm like, how do you get the? I mean, that coffee cup looks like a legit, like made by a computer coffee cup. How did you do that?
It's just time and effort, just
Wow.
back and
Wow.
forth.
Holy shit. That's.
I would say the coffee cup in the book
Yeah.
took probably
Holy
about
shit.
18 hours for those. The rest of the painting took about 20 25 minutes. I mean, no, you know what? Putting the tape on for the windows and all that stuff was the biggest part too. But
Oh,
yeah,
you used painter's tape to get the windows right?
I used masking tape.
Masking tape, and then pulled it off once you. Okay.
Yeah, I start with a black canvas and then put the masking tape on, paint the winter scene in the background, then pull the tape off, and then kind of put the shelf in and all that stuff. And then the candle is next, and then the reflection in the window, I think, is a good selling point on it
It's
too.
a good
Yeah.
touch. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
so
amazing because when I look at that sort of thing, I'm like, okay, I could do even just doing, because, I'll draw on the iPad, but I can make that like huge to draw a tiny line. You know what I mean? And it still looks like shit. So the fact that you do it like that is it's pretty crazy.
yeah, it was a fun one, and it's one of the ones where I got done. I was like, that doesn't suck. And it's so unusual for me to say anything about my work doesn't suck. It's just like,
Now,
wait,
how do you sign your name on a painting?
it's just so this is a problem.
I mean, what do you sign
I
it
signed
Napo? Do you go like M Napo?
mind dog.
Oh, mine. Okay.
It's difficult though. I mean, sometimes it's illegible. Lately I've been like thinking about a stamp. I could just stamp it on there. It's because you
Well,
got
I
to.
wouldn't do a stamp because it cheats the people because the paint thing shit. So maybe a stencil, and that way you can just take the paint and
Well,
go through the stencil.
you could use paint with the stamp. You just put the stamp in the paint and just do
But
it
how
that.
big does the stamp have to be so the paint actually doesn't clog up like little circles and stuff?
It's small. I mean, basically, you got to get it very small. I don't have the stamp yet, but I mean that's something I'm considering because it's just every time I write, it's like, can you even read what that fucking says, and how do people know what it says?
Crazy.
And it's things people in the classes, people struggle with that, like how to write script and keep it small enough where it doesn't become just a smudge in the corner. Difficult stuff. Got hired by 2 different companies now for other than Paint the Town, so I'm in competition. I'm like a freelance guy. I'm like a guy who's a hired gun paint teacher.
Nice.
Oh, I think I was talking about. I think I'm going to be interviewing the Reverend for Done Way Past Funny, in December.
I'm not gonna ask.
Okay. All right.
You're like
Yeah.
who I Dream of Jeannie. What was the
Yeah,
band?
they all did it.
Yeah,
They did a Bewitched had her cousin. I
Sabrina.
Dream
Yeah.
Jeannie had her cousin. They were just them with dark hair.
Now, which one would you bang? The dark-haired cousin or the?
Oh yeah, I always go with a goth girl.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
There's something. Somebody said the psychology that the idea that blondes have more fun, but men are more attracted to brunettes. Always like sexually attracted to brunettes.
I have a theory about that.
I don't know. I think for me that holds true. I like redheads, but I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
for
you know
me,
why?
it's something about the chicks with blonde hair. They put on a dark-haired wig. It does. Oh yeah. I would do
And if they put on eyeliner,
All right.
little
All right.
choker.
You know, GD exposed himself about this cross-dressing thing this morning to Dr. Lawson. He was telling her about when he was cross-dressing and got caught.
Actually, that's not exactly what I said. That's not even close to what I said.
I'm sorry, that's what I heard. What did you say?
I said I was working on a screenplay with a friend of mine years
while
ago.
you were cross-dressing, and he walked in on you cross-dressing while you were writing the screenplay.
Not close.
Whatever you have to do to like open up that barrier, that block, I guess is that right.
So he was cross-dressing while you walked in on him?
Look, I've only cross-dressed once, and that was out of necessity.
You
were broke?
How does it become a necessity? That's what
we'd already booked the room. We were shooting the introduction to the Disillusionists. We're shooting the introduction. There's like a short film at the beginning of the Disillusionists. We'd already booked the room. We'd already booked the cameras, all the equipment that was rented. We were there, but the woman who was supposed to play the patient got booked for another acting gig. And so she says, "I'm really sorry." I said, "Don't worry about it. We have like 2 other women. We can get one of them to do it." All 3 women backed out at the last moment. And so we literally had no women to play, because the gynecologist was supposed to have been a woman. The patient was supposed to have been a woman. And then there was supposed to be a woman in the waiting room. None of the 3 women could make it. One got booked for another gig. One put the wrong week on the calendar, so she was ready to show up the next week. And the third one, I don't even know what happened. So I needed a woman on the gynecology table. And so I got dressed as a woman to go on to be.
Did you shave your mustache and beard?
No, I did not. As a matter of fact, we didn't shoot me from the head up. We shot me only from the neck down.
Put your foot in the stirrups?
Yeah. Didn't have to. They didn't show that part because when I got on the table, I was wearing black shorts under the skirt, and when I put my legs up there, you see this darkness. It looks like I have this huge beaver.
Nice.
I remember once in some group chat on MySpace or something, there was some dude saying he wanted to be a gynecologist, and a woman in the chat said, "Are you kidding me? Do you realize what that really is about? It's not like seeing attractive vaginas. You're seeing a lot of really skanky, dirty vaginas."
Some of them are going on a regular basis. They don't wait until they're near death. Okay, yeah. Women like guys, for example. If a guy has to, before a guy will go see a doctor about anything going on down there, it has to be close to like dripping, oozing.
No, the very second they see something abnormal with their dick, they're in immediately. Like, "Doc, what is this?" I'm like, "It's chapped because you jerk off too much. That's not a sexually transmitted infection."
Wow. I did not know that. You could get sap, like a tree sap.
I'm like, stop abusing your cock.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were supposed to. Somebody, I read something somewhere about how it was important for men to ejaculate every day. It's like, damn.
Yeah, but if you're pounding it so fucking hard it's chapped, and then you freak out and you're like, "Why is my dick chapped?" I'm like, "Because you jerk off too much."
Oh, that was a news story on Apple News this morning, and I don't know how they came to. Is it still there? Apple News. This conclusion that sexual activity among people in their 20s is at an all-time low. Like, what does that mean? That they're not having sex with each other, but they're still whacking off or playing with their pussy or something, right?
Part of it is because a lot of that generation aren't going out for meet in real life stuff. A lot of them is doing the internet stuff, and
yeah, the story's gone now. I wanted to see, like, how did they is this just people volunteering this information? Is it done by survey? Like, how much?
I think it's done by survey, and also they like 1,000 women. They ask them, "So are you fucking men?" They go like, "No," and so they know the guys aren't fucking anybody because the women say no.
I don't think that. I think most of it has to do with phytoestrogens and definitely an estrogen imbalance for men. Women, obviously, that's variable. If they're getting too much estrogen also and they're not having enough progesterone, or they've got conversion to testosterone, then that's a problem also.
It looks like they took the story down. I wonder if that was because of pressure. I don't know. Generally, they don't take stories down off of Apple News. I'm scrolling through all of it. This was there when I woke up this morning with the top story. Now it's gone.
Also, you have to remember with the knuckleheads who are in charge right now, science is on the back burner, and a lot of stuff is opinion. Even the what was it? The CDC changed one of their about vaccines, their autism warning.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is even why? If I could retire now, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm not gonna put up with this bullshit because it's we're going to have long-standing repercussions of everything that these idiots are doing is in regards to science and medicine.
Yeah.
So, I do have a question though. You guys want to see one of the jokes I did this week?
Sure.
I have it on video. This is what I call a silly joke, and I just wanted to see what you guys thought of it. Let me pull it up for you. I'm kind of proud of this joke because Jackie hates it.
Well, if Jackie hates, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. You know what? Let's get him to watch. I will. Oh, he's already seen it, right?
I told it to him. He's like, oh no, I sent it to him. He said somebody's like, if I can pull it, I can probably find what he said to me because it was so funny what he says. All right, so let me see. I'll just do this.
He probably said, "Now I know why they commit genocide." No.
All right, here it is. Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, I can, but it's not up there. It's in the green room. It's not up.
Yeah.
No one else can see it.
Okay.
Let me mix it up a little bit. I like to throw in what I can. I'm doing dark humor. This is dark light, by the way. So here we go. What's the difference between a Mexican bearded dragon and a bearded dragon? Tiny sombrero. What's the difference between a Mexican rattlesnake and a rattlesnake? Anyone? Tiny sombrero. What's the difference between a Mexican spotted wood turtle and a spotted wood turtle? Miss, what do you think? No, it's endemic to Mexico. Please don't stereotype. We're trying to have a good time.
Oh, I like that.
Was that at the Parrot?
No, that was in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Why? There's no stage lighting there. What's going on? And why are you in the dark?
It was a AmVet's post, and they had it all lit up decorated for Christmas. So
yeah. Yell at them. I'll yell at them for you. Get some stage lights. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sometimes what is this? Sometimes you're just supposed to give it a surprise visit, like they know. Promise. Oh, that's back on the gynecology stuff or the dick stuff. I don't know. Duffy McGee. Good morning. Are you new here? I guess with the big. If your name is Duffy McGee, why is there a B icon on you? Is that because of?
Actually,
I know
Brandon Derrick.
When I went into the doctors prior to my getting circumcised, when I was 50.
I thought you did your own.
No, I did my own colonoscopy. My circumcision I had done by a pro.
I'd have been the opposite.
You would think because I honestly I thought the reason he self-circumcised was because he ran out of bacon and he just needed something fat to throw in the eggs thing, so he just chopped off a piece of his cock.
No, I didn't.
He doesn't like dark meat.
Yeah,
that's what I just assume that. That's I don't know. Isn't that common?
No, but I wound up showing my penis to 4 doctors. My regular doctor who's a woman, but the next 3 doctors are all men. And the weirdest thing is they're trying to figure out the best way to treat, what to do. It's like, basically it will boil down to we got to be circumcised. That'll take care
So
of
did
it.
you have like phimosis or paraphimosis or something like that?
No, I'm reluctant to. It's not. No, actually, if I tell you the actual cause, okay. I was getting so many blowjobs that the moisture from my skin was not being replenished fast enough. So my skin was drying out. So every time I got an erection, my skin would rip.
Oh, okay.
And
that's not a bad problem.
Yeah, just a sip. But the thing is, it hurts. Yeah, but the skin ripping hurt every time, and it was like and it would rip in the same spot. And each time the scars would get the openings would get longer and longer. So I had like these 4
fissures.
Rips. Yeah, 4. Yeah, in my foreskin, and every time I got an erection, it was like it would just hurt, you know. And so,
bag balm should have been using bag balm.
So I said to the doctor, I said, can you just like give me like some kind of ointment or something that will rejuvenate, so that I can get the moisture back, so it'll stop stretching and ripping. But the first thing is the doctor looks at the first male doctor, not my female doctor, my regular doctor, but the male doctor goes, okay, I need to see it erect because I need to see what the problem is.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
are you sure was your doctor in an office or an alley?
Was that a parking ride?
It was a van. It was a mobile. It was like a mash unit. It was a mash unit.
Also sold ice cream. So ice cream and candy.
Yeah. And so he goes, I need to see it erect. And the problem I was having is, like I said, look, I don't have a problem with you seeing it erect. The problem is when it's erect, it rips and it hurts. And I don't want to feel that pain. And he goes, but I need to see how. And he says, well, I need to see how. He goes, well, how big does it get that is ripping your skin? That's what he said. Like, so, and
he's never seen a shower and a grower. Was that the problem?
I think
like,
so, right.
Sure you're one or the other.
So
I got circumcised as an infant, and first time I saw a porn movie with a uncircumcised cock in it, it freaked me out. Like that's unnatural looking, even though that's natural. Now for me, it was just like scary. It was like an alien or something.
I was wondering where mine was. I was like, am I supposed to have that? I don't have one.
Well, that's just to see. Like I used to, like when my mother used to throw the boys in the tub, like we'd all like take a bath together, and I was the only one that wasn't circumcised, and so they used to tease me, because I wasn't circumcised. And so one time I did this. I took see if I took this is going to sound so stupid to people. I took my foreskin and I started doing this. Hi there.
I'm sure you're not the only one that ever did it. You made Matt leave. You made us leave. We're like, oh, he's on his own. This guy's on his own. Fucking idiot.
So I said, take my foreskin and do that.
I had a friend who used to stash his cocaine in the foreskin because cops would never search there.
Now there was during my first special, there was a story I did about a guy in England. His name was Garth Pembleton, and he had taken pop rocks. There was a trend. There was a trend for uncircumcised men to take pop rocks and stick it under their foreskin.
Ouch.
With a little moisture, for stimulation. It was a trend. As a matter of fact, the trend got to be so popular that the people who made pop rocks had to stop telling people to tell people stop putting the pop rocks underneath. Actually, they didn't call it pop rocks. They called it fizz whiz. Pop rocks is what we called it here in America, but in England they called it fizz whiz. And they were saying, like, do not put the fizz whiz under your foreskin. If you do it, please make sure you wash it. And this one guy didn't wash it for like weeks and then months until necrofasciitis set in.
Yeah. I was going to say, the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get a yeast infection. You're probably going to get balanitis, and then it's going to just go downhill. Get Fournier's gangrene and have to have everything lopped the fuck off. Oh, that sounds
His became necrofasciitis.
Necrofasciitis.
Do you get free bread with that, with the yeast infection? I don't know.
Smells like bread.
Smells like bread.
But that was one of the stories I did in the first during my worst comedy special of all time. That was one of the stories I did.
Now, are you gonna send an invite to the funny old fart thing to Blind Mike just to kind of review, because it's like part of a press
no, and here's
right?
the reason. This is the reason why I wouldn't do it. If I sent, let's say I did send him the link, and he wanted to be a dick, he'd go like, "GD is so desperate, he's now sending me material to."
Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's good. I don't have a problem with people. I'm so desperate. I asked him to review this program many times. He refuses. That's how desperate I am.
I have enough material out there that if he wants to dig at me, he's got plenty of stuff. Like I said, I don't even know if they're done with. I don't even know if he's done with My Parents Meant Well.
But he doesn't have anything from the last 10 years.
No. Well, actually, yeah, there's stuff out there from the last 2 years, last year even.
Oh.
Last year was last year did Psych Comedy 201 shoulda coulda woulda told that joke. That was 90 minutes. And before that there was Psych Comedy 101. That was in 2021. That's 4 years old. Psych Comedy 101.
What was the one you did this summer? You're Getting Sleepy Now?
I think that's called Parodies, Nutsy Songs.
Oh.
Parodies, Nutsy Songs, and Short Stories, I think.
Your eyelids are getting heavier.
Yeah, that's the one that I would redo that and do it right, do it better, smoother. Because I think it's I could have done that way better. I think I was not having a great night.
You were dehydrated.
But, yeah.
Dehydrated. It's good. I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it. It was worth my $5.
Do you still follow Willie at all? Do you have
not on purpose? Sometimes the stuff pops up, and I'll check it out. If it's comedy, I will watch it. But I haven't seen him do any comedy. If it's singing, I'm not interested.
Oh my God!
And it's always been singing. So I was just like, well, I'm not. Only because it's the same singing. It's just and I'm not. I'm not. First of all, I'm not a country fan. I'm not a country fan. I mean, there are country songs that I like, but as a genre, I'm not a country fan.
Yeah,
I like old country.
His singing is awful. His singing is awful. It's all head voice. It's all cross-eyed. It's oh my God, it's awful. But on that subject, because that number one, it wasn't really a number one song. That Rust or whatever, Broken Rust or whatever the fuck that song was, that was claiming to be another number one song, was number one in digital downloads, which means, and nobody buys fucking digital downloads anymore. So the thing had 3,000 downloads, and that put it number one in the digital download chart. And it turned out the guy bought all 3,000 of them himself. If you got $3,000 to invest, you could, or just about $3,000 is what it costs to get yourself up there. You can put yourself on the chart by just downloading your own songs, and apparently that's what that guy does.
But why would you have 3,000 downloads in the same account? Would you have three different? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't that look weird? I mean, okay, for example,
I think that's how he got caught. But
okay, because that'd be like if because I have 2 YouTube accounts. Well, technically 3. I have because I didn't know every time I created a Gmail account, YouTube automatically created a YouTube account to go with that email.
Right.
And so I had no idea that I was like uploading stuff to 3 different YouTube sites, which is what happened. Once I found out, I decided to consolidate them all, but I lost like all the views, so everything went to 0 back then. So like at any rate.
Yeah, at any rate, let me finish.
But I still have 2 YouTube accounts. I have GD Fenderson CFH, which is my official one I use. Then I just have the GD Fenderson one, which has like 5 subscribers. But that would be like me liking myself as GD Fenderson.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which was weird.
But the point I was about to make was this guy put himself on the top of the digital download chart, which is not a real chart. If you go to Billboard, top country artist is still Barry Zimmerman. Barry Zimmerman has the first 4 songs on the Billboard country charts. But the thing with me is you listen to that AI bullshit song and Barry Zimmerman, they sounded pretty much the same. Like the country charts anyway sound like shit. I mean, so this AI stuff, if you're a consumer, you can't tell the difference. It's all the country charts is full of this fake fucking wannabe cowboys anyway. Or Morgan Wallen or Bailey Zimmerman or all this stuff. It all sounds AI anyway. So what are people complaining about? It's just one is AI and one just sounds AI, but it's all shitty music anyway.
I don't even know what new music sounds like because my Spotify is all stuff from the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Maybe early 2000s, but that's primarily what I listen to is the old, old
right,
for me.
Let's wrap this up because I'm gonna go wheeze to myself in the corner.
Plan.
That's me in the corner wheezing. Thanks for
not like.
Yeah, we don't have a guest booked for tomorrow. We have one for Wednesday. I have actually a Wednesday program, Wednesday evening program with a guy from Australia who doesn't know it's Thanksgiving here. Thanksgiving, it's Wednesday night. It's the night where people go out and do stuff. I don't know why that is, but
yeah, we have a comedy competition that night in Battle Creek. My comedy team against my counter. Team. We're gonna.
So how's that work? Is it like a breakdance thing when you like go 1-on-1 and then you tag somebody and they come in, or
the Norwegian judge gives it a 4.2?
God, I hope so. Yeah, all of our judges are from Norway. I stacked the judge lineup.
Okay.
Now, I developed a comedy competition a while ago called Heckler's Paradise, and it was the whole idea was to heckle. It was you were heckled by the other team comedians. There's two comics.
You're hilarious.
2 teams of comedians, and when you're up, they get to heckle you, and the whole thing is judged by audience reactions with the meters. That's how you score points. So
ours is just 2 teams. You each do a set. It's gonna be 5-minute set. We have 5 judges. They score you on a scale of 0 to 10. So you have 50 points possible per comedian, 250 total points for the team. So it's team against team, and whichever has the highest at the end is the team that wins.
All right, I'm gonna enter. No, I'm not. Somebody from West Virginia is trying to call me, and I don't want it. Leave me alone. All right, let's end this here. We have no guest tomorrow, but tune in anyway because GD will be hilarious. He'll be hilarious.
It's hilarious stuff.
He's hilarious.
Peace.
So don't. In the meantime, don't forget to turn on your radio. Bye for now. I'm sorry. What?
I said I will pull up the short that I did for the introduction for the show.
Pull up your shorts.
Yeah, so you can see me as a woman.
Pull up your shorts. All right. Don't forget to turn on your radio. Bye for now.
Oh
me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now.